the lads. Well, actually, who wants to give me the recap? Who has notes? Who remembers?
Brent does.
I do. All right. So, we arrived in the Starsong Hill with some wood elf friends riding on giant owls. They were having a celebration in the wood, and they referred to Keg as the avatar of the forest and the ancient one, so they're quite enamored with our friend Keg. From them, we then had an agreement, or made a deal with the elves that if we headed north and we killed some dragons for them, they would join us in our battle against Obould, many arrows, and the orc horde that is just aiming to invade and conquer Brindle. So we've headed north. We entered into the ruins of Old Rest at 11 a.m. on day 8, at which point we've then headed slightly further north into the Rest Lake. So we've delved into the lake that was in the center of the old ruins of Rest, and we're now in a fight with some... I can't remember what these things are. Dan?
Dragon dogs.
I think they're seals, mate.
Seals?
I think they're seals. Because this is what I was asking Dan. If you look at the D&D chat, it's put up a screenshot of me Googling, are fantasy seals evil? And the resounding answer is yes.
Also, seals, also known as lizard folk.
Okay.
Dragon dogs.
Dragon dogs.
So seals. And
Yep.
seals.
Dragon
So we are
seal
looking-
dogs.
Yep. So there is a clutch of dragon babies somewhere in the center of this lake. We need to go in. Ooh, okay. Oh, they've been killing some turtles.
That's not eco-friendly.
Seals eat turtles, man. It becomes a full circle now.
Do they actually?
I think so. I don't know.
Surely, no, what?
I'm about to
remember-
I'm about to change Wikipedia and just include that seals eat turtles. Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah. When last we left, these heroes in particular, they were in the middle of a fight for their life. I believe Saudade had made it to the shore and was attacking a lizard folk shaman. Gronk and Keg were fighting for their lives in the water, being attacked by lizard folk and possibly a crocodile that Keg had tried to make friends with. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, because Keg had made friends with a huge alligator. I don't know if it's still our mate.
No, this is a different one, but Keg assumes that all crocodiles are his friends and can understand him. So he's pleasantly chatting with this one while Gronk is drowning.
I am drowning, actually. I'm very close to death.
Cool. And we start with Saudade on the lake shore. I'll describe the area that you're sort of in the middle of this large dark lake that's become in the middle of this marshland. The cloying reek of decaying vegetation and swamp ooze is thick in the air. There are countless frogs and insects and marsh birds chirping and croaking and calling to each other. Out in the middle of the lake where you are, there are dozens of stone buildings that are jutting from the black waters, and sort of small islands that seem to have formed perhaps on the roofs of some of these buildings that are now underwater. Two buildings that seem to have survived relatively intact draw your attention. One of them is a bit closer to you, Saudade. You'll notice to your northwest is a stone tower that's seems to have a number of its floors underwater still, but one or two of its floors still above. Or one of its floors that's still above ground. It acts almost like a sort of a watchtower now. What was once some kind of perhaps chapel bell tower. Even further northwest, if you zoom out, you should be able to see another building that appears to be in the center of the lake itself, a large stone building that has rickety wooden walkways ringing them at water level. So it seems like additions have been added on, a bit of a post-market job, a bit of an upgrade. It's got good bones, but they decided to add an extension around it, add the patio.
Yeah. Awesome. So I think last time I had an action, I had pole voted over this lake so well. Yeah, I'd done like a pole vote, and I think I rolled a natural 20 just to pole vault across. So it looked really cool. So now I'm gonna, after doing that pole vote, I'm gonna run up to this guy because really what I've been doing is just clearing out the area. If you look behind me, there's just a trail of skulls. Because that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just cashing checks, breaking necks. So I'm just gonna continue doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to attack this guy in front of me. A 3 will not hit.
No.
A 12. How does a 12 sound?
12's not going to cut it either.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm off to a terrible start today. I've rolled 12 and under 3 times. So I have exhausted myself pole vaulting over this thing whilst trying to attack this guy.
Well, it happens to the best of us, I suppose.
Yeah. So I end my turn.
Old age, mate. It's okay.
That's a 2-month I'm coming back from 2 months off. I haven't put my dice in the right position over the 2 months. Normally I have it 18 side up. That's the secret. You don't want to be too greedy with the dice and leave the 20 side up. Dice know what you're doing. 17, 18 to get the good luck in.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Wise wisdom. That old man wisdom that we love and crave, that we come here for every week. Gronk, you are sort of 10 feet under the water's surface, engaged in combat with a lizard folk who's trying to stick a javelin in you.
Worst places to be, Gronk. Worst places to be.
I'm wondering, because Gronk's been around the world, he's been in some marshes, he's definitely dealt with lizard folk before. Do lizard folk have gills?
No. I don't think so. No. They probably just hold their breath like crocodiles.
Oh, okay, so they can't breathe underwater.
No, but they can hold their breath a long time, I think.
Okay.
Sounds about right. New
yeah.
headcanon.
Okay. Just trying to make an ingenious... That's not going to work. Okay, I'm just going to hit him with my axe.
Cool.
I'm almost certain that's a me.
All right. Rule 1: no thinking, just swinging. Know this.
All right.
I'm just trying to hotkey this. Oh no. Alright, we'll just do it anyway. Did that roll? Yes, good. A 25 to hit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
and then 10 damage on that man.
Yep. I'm actually going to make you roll with disadvantage because I remember you are underwater using a great axe, which is not a great axe's natural habitat.
No.
So roll it for me again because you're at disadvantage.
Certainly, sir.
I also can't remember if you were raging at the time.
I am raging, yes.
Yeah, okay. Let me pop this on you so we know. Oh, this is no longer raging.
You just turned it off. Yep.
There we go.
There you go, thank you. $17 to hit.
17 will hit though. Yeah, cool. I'll take the 11 damage.
Excellent.
This thing's not looking great. You've leashed a bunch of blood in this murky brown water.
Brilliant. I'll go round 2. 16 to hit. Oh, disadvantage again. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Excellent. 12 damage.
Cool. How do you want to do this?
I would like to, as that first hit, cracked open a rib and it left a gashing side in this poor lizard folk's side. I want to reach in and rip out its lung.
Okay.
Just like stick my hand in and just rip it out under the water, and then use it as like an oxygen tank to get myself to the surface. Just suck all the air out of his lung.
And life force, right? Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Awesome.
So
You need therapy.
you cut this thing open and take what oxygen you can, taking a deep breath. It's sort of like Waterworld, where is it Kevin Costner? Helps that woman breathe underwater, but in this instance, it's more fucked up. As fucked up as kissing Costner probably would be. This time it's worse.
That's Superman's dad. You show some respect. All right.
Cool.
Awesome. And I will move if I can, actually. Let's see. My swim speed is a good question. What is my swim speed?
I think
Have a look.
5e swim speed. 20 feet per round.
Oh. Definitely can't make it to the shore then. I think I get one offshore then. Cool.
Yeah. So you sort of swim up. You break the surface.
Yep.
And we
Like
established that Keg can't swim very well. He can kind of walk along the bottom, almost like a Link wearing the iron boots in Legend of Zelda.
Awesome. So yeah, I'm like in paddling up into the shallows, trying to get back on dry land.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's blood in the water. Keg, you can see, because you're sort of underwater here, and you have sort of a better kind of vision even in these murky depths. You see your crocodile friend or potential friend swim past and just gobble up the remaining giblets that Gronk left behind. Seeing as Gronk didn't seem to want the kill for himself, this crocodile has decided he'll take it.
I wave at him and say, "Well done, mate. Well done."
What would you like to do?
I would like to start heading towards the shore. So I slosh my head underwater towards the crocodile, and I yell out in what I assume is alligator with a mouthful of water, "Timothy, help me to shore!" And then turn towards the shore and start walking on the sand bed.
All right, give me an animal handling check.
No lockers. This is easy. I know where it is. It couldn't be easier. Here we go. Animal handling coming at you.
Do I remember that correctly that you cast Speak with Animals, I think, last time?
Yeah, you did.
Yes. Yeah.
So you still got some of that residual crocodile language going. Oh, that almost looked like a 20.
It did, nearly. I had my dice set on 3 with the break instead of 18.
Yeah, you do like a "come on, Timothy," but like you just smack him in the snout as you like move the arm over and just start walking towards the shore.
He likes it.
He likes it. All right, you sort of catch up to Gronk, but like walking on the you're sort of looking at Gronk's legs as he's sort of floating on the surface there as you're still making your way up the shoreline.
Excellent. Love it.
Why is okay, this shaman needs to be added to the combat tracker here. All right. Saudade, the shaman in front of you, the lizard folk shaman, starts to sort of chant and dance around, hop around a little bit, almost as if like mimicking or mocking your kung fu. And then vines and weeds start growing up from the mud around you. to try and hold you in place. I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Yes. Six plus what is my strength save plus 4. It's underwhelming 10.
Okay, you are restrained by these vines that have come up.
Enough.
20-foot square. Jeez, how do I do a 20-foot square? Cool. Yep, so you're restrained. The lizard folk steps back. You're going to get an attack of opportunity here, but it's going to be at disadvantage, seeing as you're restrained.
Disadvantage, all good. Oh, from 18, rolled a 14, so 21 altogether to hit.
That'll hit.
So I end up hitting him, and I'm going to be lashing out with my spear because I'm just like, I'm like just flinging my spear around. So that's a D8. I don't have my D8 in front of me because I've probably rolled it somewhere else in the house. I'm going to use the.
You got to bring one thing to D&D night, mate.
Oh, I rolled 8. I rolled an online 8. That's not bad. So I hit him for 12 damage altogether.
Cool. All right, that's pretty solid. The shaman steps back.
Is this a concentration spell?
Excellent question.
I have to try.
It is. It is a concentration spell. So he's going to make He's going to make a Constitution saving throw. How much damage did you do? 11. So he's got to beat a 10 here.
12.
Oh, you smack him so hard, the vines just let you go.
Yeah, nice work, man.
Well done.
And it is your turn.
I see him, I've kind of knocked him a little bit. And as I take these vines away from me, I menacingly walk up to him. I'm like, I don't need a spear for this one. And I start lashing out with my fist. The first one doesn't hit. The second one's a natty 20, though. Yes!
Woo!
So I roll a d6 twice. 1 plus, so 4 altogether, powerful. Plus another 4, so 8 damage.
Cool. So how do you want to do this?
As I hit him and the vines sort of wither away, and I'm menacingly walking up to him, I guess he starts to kind of stumble backwards in fear. As I go up to him and I try and grab him the first time, but he cowers away and he slips. I grab him the second time and I go, "You can run, but you can never hide." And I just slowly squeeze his skull until he just pops.
Excellent.
And then I say, "I'm the real shaman," as I chuck him down. I throw him into the water and I just let his body float away.
Yeah, good.
Saudade is menacing this time around. It's something to do with the nature of this all. We're in a swamp. Might as well live up to it. Cool. So I guess for the rest of my turn, I might as well do some scouting. So I'm going to move.
That's sort of all the effectively out of combat now.
Yeah.
As that was the.
I'm going to go up here. So I'm just going to move up here and try and see if I can see down the area.
Sure. So Saudade, you start making your way deeper into the lake, I guess, and closer to this stone tower, whilst Keg and Gronk pull themselves ashore. Give me a perception check, Saudade.
11 plus 6, so 17 altogether.
Yeah. And with your, as you get closer to this watchtower, you're sort of quite observant as it is. You notice a small, despite it being sort of day, there is a light inside that building that that looks like it could be a small campfire or a cook fire. And as you get a little bit closer, you see that there are a number of orcs inside the tower. It doesn't sound like they are alerted to you currently. If they had heard the battle and your very violent murder, it seems like they didn't really regard it as anything.
Now, when you say a number of,
Yep.
what number?
What'd you get, a 17?
Yes.
You think you can hear 4 distinct orcs in there.
Okay, 4 distinct orcs. Okay, cool. I whisper to myself, I shall put out their light like I did the last 3 souls. I'm just trying to sound good to myself.
Sure. All right, we cut back across to Keg and Gronk, who sort of heave themselves onto the shore. What's happening over here, lads?
I come out of the surf, or the lake, spluttering, coughing out, I'm guessing, water, possibly like a small fish, out of my lungs. At that point in time, I turn around to see Keg strolling out of the surf like nobody's business, having no worries in the world. Oh, Keg! Oh! Do you see that giant crocodile in there?
Steven!
You named it?
Not even Timothy anymore.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Timothy. Timothy!
Oh, I almost drowned! Oh.
Well, Timothy would have helped you out. He should be out any minute now.
Oh, brilliant. Excellent. Let me just have a sip and catch my breath. And
Excellent.
I'm going to use one of my purchased potions of healing.
Okay.
While you're having a drink, I'll have a drink too. And I have a drink of the Red Dragon Crush.
Oh, yeah.
I might actually have several of these healing potions.
Let me pull up the... do you have the details of what the Red Dragon Crush does, or do I need to go find it?
No, I don't. I just saw it here. I'm pretty sure that's the one that Sean gave me, the chill out one.
Oh,
the cousin of weed.
The cousin of weed, yeah. No, I'm just gonna have a cinnamon schnapps. There we go.
Cinnamon schnapps.
Doesn't matter.
Citizen Snips!
Just a drink.
Just a beverage.
Just a beverage.
Oh, yeah. So this red and flamey drink, cinnamon schnapps with a special proprietary ingredient. Usually the bartender lights it on fire before serving. I'm not sure if Keg is that fussed with that kind of ritual, or if that's burning off good liquor.
Just get it in me, mate.
Just get it in you? Alright.
In fact, since webcams are on.
Oh, he's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it.
I reckon that's some inspiration there, Dan.
I'll pour myself one too.
Ooh. Ooh, what have we got?
I've got some brandy.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, he's got the mug. There we go. Yeah. The legit
Got
keg
the keg mug out.
The tankard.
Got the tankard out.
But when can we finally do this in person?
We could have done it now. Like, there's no restrictions to say that we can't do this.
Yeah, probably have to do it on a weekend though, right? Because it's gonna be hard to like get to someone's house after work.
Yeah, true.
True that.
But yeah, all right. We'll have to do that definitely though. We'll try and schedule something and do an in-person one.
We're gonna have to have like a webcam on like a drone just flying above us.
Yes. Yes, they won't be expecting that on Pornhub.
I'm going to give you some healing as well, Keg. 8 points of healing. And you feel, despite sort of the cold chill of the of the lake itself, you feel kind of warm and, kind of groovy inside.
How did it know?
Oh, Keg, did you see which way the old man went?
Yeah, he went into the center.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, do you want to get your crocodile, mate, and we'll go for a ride across this lake?
He'll catch up to us. He's a very independent young lad.
Oh, okay.
So I guess we start heading in towards the center.
Mhm.
But we only have enough. We can literally only get to the other side of the island.
Yeah.
Well, we're not really in initiative, so you just sort of start marching. But meanwhile, Saudade, I think, is with the skull of a dragon as a helmet, is kind of stalking his way towards this watchtower. Is that right?
Yeah, I totally forgot that I have a skull of a dragon on my head. Yeah, wow.
You're wearing a
Cool.
skirt as
That's
well.
cool.
A kilt.
Yeah, and I've also got the parrot on my shoulder. Actually, no, you weren't there. I've got that skeleton parrot on my shoulder. I found it in the pyramid.
Oh, very
Got
good.
a pet skull and bones parrot, like in what's that movie with the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, very good.
You know when the monkey goes into the moon and it becomes like a skeleton monkey?
Yes. So you
Yeah.
got that, but it's a
Yeah,
parrot.
I've got that, but in bird form. Yeah.
You're also wearing dragon skin shoes. Remember, I made you dragon skin shoes.
Yeah, so that's right, because no one can really pick what I am when I'm in the darkness, and they haven't really focused on me too much. They're like, "What is this creature?
What is this androgynous being walking towards us?
And that's what I've always aimed for, androgyny, I guess. So what I want to do, Daniel-san, is I kind of want to climb up the outside of this building. Because I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed lately, and I know that if you do a stealth attack from above, you can then usually follow it up with another stealth attack with like a throwing axe. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
Okay. Yep. I feel
And
you.
my official sponsor tonight, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Thank you for that. So, yeah, I'm going to try and scale the outside of this mountain. Oh, sorry, this building.
You've been building. Yeah. Cool. All right. Sounds good. I like it. Give me an athletics check.
I shall, and I'm going to try and use a tree, to get up as far as I can before I go into the thing. So, 14 plus athletics is. Oh, I wish it was acrobatics. That would have been 21. Can I use acrobatics?
No.
Okay. Then athletics just takes me up to a 15.
15 is still
Just a
pretty
plus one.
decent, though. Okay, Gronk. So here we go.
21 would have been decenter.
Would have been decenter, but wish in one hand, shit in the other. See which one fills up first. So you start climbing the side of this building, and you hear you're making a fair bit of noise because you sort of jumped on the tree, jumped across. There's some sort of loose stonework as you kind of scrabble up to get a handhold. And you see one of the orcs sort of come to the one of the windows and looks out the window. Give me or what do you do? I should say.
You're on mute, Sean.
I'm trying to go stealth right here, so I'm going to try and scale, go around side of the building over here stealthily this time, rather than using my athletics.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So yeah,
give me that stealth check.
20. This is the most. This is cool.
Angle that webcam down. Angle that webcam down.
Let us all see it. Whip out your 20.
Whip it out, yeah. Woo!
Yeah.
I said.
Sure. That's it, boys. That's the good shit.
How do you like that, Twitch? Huh?
Yeah.
How do you like that?
You don't
Flip
get that
it
on
out,
Pornhub, do you?
Real dice, bitch.
We're tactile in this.
Actually, can I make it a little bit more flamboyant?
Sure.
How about
Yeah,
got
with
an
the
80,
20, absolutely.
So, because one of those like really tense moments, like in a movie where, the person's just about to get caught. And as he looks out the window, I'm actually right above him. Because one of those moments where like a bead of sweat is coming down my face.
Or your thigh. It's coming down your thigh in that kill.
Yeah. So it's coming down. It's kind of like, and then as he looks around, he doesn't look up because they're orcs and they're stupid. That's why we bred them to be half orcs. Be a bit smarter. And as
are you saying that you bred me? Are you saying that you like eugenics? Like you planned this?
No, you were a love child.
Okay.
I fell in love with your mother because she was actually really intelligent and quite beautiful. I'll tell you when we see each other. I'll tell you all about your mother. She was just an amazing woman. A day doesn't go by where I don't think of her. That's why I'm called Saudade. Saudade, if you look it up in Brazilian, stands for a longing.
How many Wikipedia pages are you editing right now?
If you look up Saudade, it means. I mean, you saw this. It means It's a longing for someone. It's a yearning, which is a Brazilian word. It's how I found Saudade's name, and I created the backstory where he had killed his family.
Yeah, so it could be a longing, a nostalgia, a yearning, but just like an old man, it also can mean missing in Portuguese. So like you're like, where's Saudade?
I just googled it too, yeah.
He's Saudade. Which just means he's missing. He's gone.
I actually need to change my name now that I found you, to be honest. Because I'm no longer longing for you. You're here. So yeah, but as he pulls back in, he my bead of sweat drops right past where he was and lands on the windowsill. And the audience breathes a sigh of relief. And what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to get into a perch inside that's a couple of stories above them that I can look directly down on, because I'm guessing there's ruins. It's quite a clean sort of fall into them.
Yeah, so you want to spider monkey up there, get into some sort of Spider-Man-esque Batman corner. So there was once perhaps a roof on this building. Now there's just sort of some beams that are left. The roof's kind of mostly gone away. The part of the area that's got the campfire in it is partially covered, so it is sort of out of the weather, but it's mostly just sort of someone's thrown up a tarp or something. It's nothing too exciting. You could dive through a hole in that for sure. In fact, while you're up there, and just as you move out of the way, and the audience is worried that the orc has sort of turned back to look inside the building as he's realized he hasn't, there's nothing outside, and the bead of sweat drops down on the windowsill. There's sort of a cry or a roar in the sky, and the beating of wings. There's sort of a big shadow that looms across the area, and the orc turns around again and looks out the window and looks up this time. Saudade isn't there. But what we do see, and what Saudade you also see from your kind of hidden vantage point, where you're kind of tucked in between the wall and some of the remaining roof beams, is sort of the silhouette of a dragon doing a loop of the lake. And you move it again.
Wow. Yeah, I wish I had my whole party here to help me. But I've been doing this whole time,
it went so well.
It did. Do you remember how much damage we did to it and how much damage we didn't take?
It almost one hit us all in one hit. Its frost breath.
Yeah, and then we jumped on its back and it flew, and then we KO'd it in midair. Well, you guys
into a ravine.
That was pretty cool. Let's do it again.
And
it one hit all of our mounts.
Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. All right.
Guys. Let me do speak with animals. We'll sort this dragon right out. Not even stress.
I think it's young.
I think the greater dragons don't actually count as animal, don't they?
No,
because they speak Draconic.
Yeah, they speak Draconic. They're sentient. They're not beasts.
Yeah.
Keg doesn't know that. So do we.
You might not be wrong.
I look back and I mean I'm guessing it's quite dark, so I can't see if they're coming. If Keg and Gronk are on their way.
Well, I mean it's midday, so it's not dark.
So I can probably see out that far, can't I?
Yeah, I think you can. In fact, if you click on your character, you can see what your character can see.
Yeah, so cool. I can see them. So what I do is I get my spear, and like with the
Should be that
blade, I
far.
like flash. I flash the.
It's not shy
Like,
of
I've used the blade.
40-something meters.
Yeah, it should be easy to like just flash my blade, like how you do like the old mirror trick. I flash them that so they know that I'm on top of the. I'm trying to show them that I'm on top of the building.
I pick up Keg because he's got his shiny shield, and I use Keg to shine back.
Like, I know what you are.
I'm okay with that.
The orc in the window, like, is looking
Oh,
up
shit.
and sees like this shining, like this winking light over in the distance.
In the distance, yeah.
It's happened. We're not taking it back.
Do you actually have like a Morse code-esque kind of thing? I don't think this is established that you've ever worked that out.
Keg assumes we
Muted
do.
again.
Keg assumes that you do. Yeah, fair.
Muted, still going.
Sean, you are very muted. No one can hear you.
So I'm going to say that I'm inside the building, Dan, like just with that 20.
Sure.
And then I'm like,
Yeah, they're all
above
dead.
them, and
There
I'm
you got
ready
that
to
20.
attack.
Everyone's dead. The dragon's dead. It's all good.
But yeah, I'm getting ready to Assassin's Creed them when I hear the actual commotion that Keg and Gronk bring.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe we'll sneak up.
I
think
don't
we will.
think Gronk. What's
I think we will.
your stealth aptitude?
I'm
Minus
very,
5.
I'm very stealthy. Thank you. I
Oh.
learnt from my father. I am very stealthy.
You'd be surprised. It's actually more of your mum. She was a prisoner and she had to sneak into my quarters. Yeah, put two and
Did
two
you
together.
Stockholm syndrome my mum?
No, it was mutual. I'll explain it to you when I see you. I'll explain it to you when I see you.
Is this the conversation you're having in Morse code?
Keg's getting motion sickness. How's while we're standing here having a Morse code shiny conversation, how's Timothy going?
He doesn't seem to have resurfaced yet. You see the occasional bubbles bubbling up from where he seems to be dining on a couple of corpses.
Boy, getting lazier every day.
Yeah, you got to tell him it's 90%, or it's 60% will over muscle. Muscles don't mean anything.
That's right.
Cool. All right, so Gronk and
100%
Keg,
reason to remember the name.
you've seen Saudade flash some light at you a couple of times. You flashed light back towards him, and then from that distance, I think, Gronk, you see an orc archer standing in the doorway who's now like pointing out at you and calling a challenge across the water. Saudade appears to have kind of slipped into the building, and you don't know where he is.
Yeah, I think Keg and I would just like see that orc and like flip him off, just like from outside the house, like, oh, fuck you, come out here and get us.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
then I think we'd probably like doggy paddle. Like I'd use Keg as a. Oh no, Keg doesn't float, does he? He sinks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna cross the shallowest part of between these two islands and do
Okay.
my utmost to swim gallantly.
I'm going to continue walking and drinking.
Okay. Well, as you flip that orc off, Saudade, you hear. You understand Orcish, don't you? That's part of your actual character sheet.
He does.
I would assume so, or else like the courting of this prisoner orc would be
Yeah.
very
It's
confusing.
Dwarvish, I'm pretty sure.
It's already a bit weird.
It's already a bit weird. You hear one of the orcs yell, it looks like we got company, boys. Some sort of deserter and and some kind of puppet child probably a ventriloquist duo. We should shoot arrows at them. That would be much more entertaining than anything we've had in the last couple of days.
Sounds good.
And
It's alright, Keg. Their arrows can't reach this far.
Don't bother me at all.
So I'll get some initiative rolls out of you if I can, please.
What's the roll have to hit for you to reflect arrows back at people? What's
21.
that skill? Does that work for arrows too, or is it just people?
I assume arrows as well. I assume anything that hits
Fuck yeah.
21 bounces back. So let's do
Hell
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Saudade, the room you're in, the stone building, potentially an old bell tower, reeks of stale body odor and rotten food. Obviously, the sort of beds pushed up in the southeastern wall, and you notice that there's like a small table in here as you kind of duck into one of the rooms. It's been thrust up through a table from below, so someone's put a blade in up through the table from underneath, and on the blade there are no less than 3 dead frogs impaled on the blade. And I need an initiative.
As in like small frogs or like
small kind of frogs.
Okay.
It looks like the someone has had a frog on the table and then like shoved the knife up through the table to skewer the frog.
Cool.
I got a 12 for Theo. Sorry, my Foundry just connected itself. So I rolled a 12 altogether.
It's probably because you're alt-tabbed in Wikipedia editing the meaning of Saudade and friendship at Christmas.
Yep. I mean, like, don't say it out loud. I'm trying to do this stealthily.
Yeah. Gronk, you are first to act.
Excellent. All right, I'm going to take a running dive into this water and try and clear the... You said it was 25 feet? I could swim at 20 feet.
It's 20 feet normally. Give us an athletics check to see, because you're kind of doing that thing where you half run into the surf as far as you can, Iron Man style.
And then dive in, yeah.
And then dive, yeah. And then Daniel Craig out the other side.
Now, if you pull this off, it's exactly what.
Oh, no. 21, sorry.
Yeah, I'll allow it. So I would say, what's your
dad, buddy?
What's your normal speed?
My normal speed is... Where do I find it on this? I think it's 40 feet. Yeah, 40 feet.
40? All right, so I'll say you make it like 35. You only just lose a little bit of momentum there.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to take refuge behind... Is this a dead tree?
Sure. Yeah, that'll give you some cover, not full cover, but it will help.
Give me like XCOM half cover?
Yeah.
Cool. And then I would like to just yell a racial obscenity towards the orcs. And then as soon as I say it, I take it back a little bit. So I'm like, oh, that actually hurt me a bit.
Yeah. What is, can you, I mean, we're on Twitch. We don't want to get deplatformed by the...
That's all right. I've got actually a list of them.
By the orc minorities. Do you want to give me some of that flavor, though? I need it for my headcanon.
You teeth-gnashing half-orc baron fucks.
Yes.
And then as soon as I say the half-orc thing, I'm like, oh, hang on.
Yeah. Oh, that's me.
That's my father talking.
That's my racist Uncle Keg.
I can tell you right now, that's your mother. She had a bit of
Coming
a
out.
The orc archer at the window is going to take a shot at you. It's going to be at a -2, I think, because you're cover there. Actually, -5, I think. So it's going to be a 16 to hit. It's still going to hit. I'll assume that's a yes. And with his incredibly strong orcish arms, he actually overdraws the bow. 8, 9, 10, 11. So you're going to take 11 piercing damage.
Tree did nothing.
Saudade, the orc soldier that's in this room, sort of runs over to kind of get a look at what's going on, and ends up sort of running beneath you and over to the window. And it is your turn to act.
Cool. So my Foundry is not like I can log in, but it doesn't want to actually load up the game. So it just I can't actually see the screen.
That's all right.
So there's
You can always watch.
two archers.
If you tune into the stream, you'll be able to see it. And since you're rolling your dice on your table anyway, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'll keep trying. I've just opened up another tab. I mean, like I've been trying on the same tab, but sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's someone running below me. You just said, and do we know where the fourth? Because remember how I heard 4 voices?
Yeah, you haven't.
Where the fourth?
You because you're trying to be stealthy up in this roof. You haven't seen the fourth one yet.
Okay, yeah. So what I want to do right now is I want to drop down onto the guy running past me as he's running past. From below, and I'm going to attack him. Now, because I'm coming from like a really high position, I'm coming down on him. Do I get any sort of bonuses there?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage because you're stealthed and Assassin's Creeding down on him.
Yeah. So I'm going to come down then. 17, and then I rolled an 81, so I'll take the 17, I think. It's just finally it's loaded now. So cool. I drop down and I do because I'm using my spear. 6 damage, so 10 damage altogether on the first guy.
Yep.
I then throw my spear at this guy here.
At the archer. Yep.
The other archer. 18.
18 will
Do
hit,
I get advantage on that as well? It's like all one sort of attack.
Yeah. Yeah, because you've caught them by surprise with this flurry of attacks. I'll give you advantage on all these attacks.
Yeah. So I've rolled 2 18s. I was fishing for the crit. So that's another 25. And I roll only 5 damage on that one altogether.
Yep.
So 5 damage to this. I'm going to do hand-to-hand combat on this guy. 6, 9. So that's going to be 16 damage on. 16 to hit.
Yep.
And that's going to be another 7 damage on this guy here, which I did. So that's 17 damage altogether.
Yep. And does he have to make a strength check or a dex check to be not knocked?
He does now because I'm actually spending a key point to do the flurry of blows.
Yep.
Because I want to attack him for another time.
Okay.
So
which one? Are you trying to trip him over or push him out the window?
I'll do a push if that's all good.
Yep.
So that's a strength check.
Is it athletics or just strength?
If it fails a strength saving throw,
saving throw. Okay.
Gets pushed up the.
So he got a 13.
Strength for a push. Yeah, he had to have a DC 14.
Okay, so you push him, you shove him out the window, and you hear a splash in the water.
I mean, hopefully a gurgle as well. And I run up to this guy because it's only 5 feet, and I do the same thing to this bloke. I rolled a 19, fishing for the crit. 20! Fuck, I didn't need to put it on.
Did you just turn your camera off? Yeah, there you go.
No, I had it off because it's slowing down.
Yeah. Every time you change your camera, it fucks with my overlay.
I was the last one to put the camera on, so does that matter? Or is it still random?
What's that? Oh, you come back in the same spot. That's fine. It's just if you turn it off, I get bumped to the left. Okay, and then if you turn it on, I get bumped back to the spot. So natty 20. Excellent. Roll me that crit damage.
Just twice, a 5 and a 1. So that's 6. So I do another 10 damage to this guy.
Yep. And are you pushing him or tripping him?
I am. Yeah, fuck it. Let's push him out the window as well. Why not?
He gets a 15. What's your DC save? 14.
So I don't quite get it.
Yeah, you karate chop him in the back of the neck and then go to push him out the window. But at the last minute, he's able to kind of hold firm against the windowsill. But that's all he's holding firm against because he looks ready to just pass out.
What I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna say like he doesn't like hold firm. I try to push him out the window, but he like kind of steps to the side and just misses it.
Yeah.
But what I do instead is using that momentum, I jump out the window in order to like run away because I still have like another 40 feet of attack, 40 feet to run.
Yeah.
So I actually dive out of the window.
Okay.
Because I've got that slow fall.
Yeah.
Which means that I reduce any fall damage by 40.
Okay. They're going to take attacks of opportunity.
Like they see me jump out. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So he's.
But they're using their bow and arrow. So it's a disadvantage, isn't it?
Well, he's using a bow and arrow, so he doesn't get an attack of opportunity. But the guy standing next to him had a big great axe, so he's going to try and take a swing at you. Yeah. 21 to hit for 10 damage.
Yep, that hits easily.
So as you fly out the window,
10 damage.
One of the orcs who sort of had seen this kind of play out had his axe in hand. He swings the axe and just kind of clips the back of your spine as you get out the window. You feel like the kilt tear a little bit, and there's a small gash there as you sail out into the bright daylight of the midday sun.
What I'm going to then do is I'm going to just run around the edge of the building. So, like, really what this guy's seen is he's seen this, like, sort of, don't forget, like a dragon, like a skeleton dragon. Don't know what the fuck this thing is. Jump down, push someone out the window, throw a spear across, and then run up to attack his mate, and then jump out a window. And he's just kind of, like, thrown out a sword to attack whatever it was, and then he sees this thing just like run around the corner and just kind of disappear.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you get around the corner there.
Like not disappear, but I'm like,
yeah, just sort of out of his line of sight, hugging the wall kind of thing. Cool. The soldier who took a swing at you.
That's my turn.
That is your turn. He's going to leap down and give chase. Let's see how he does in leaping down. Oh yeah, superhero landing.
Easy.
Just smashes into the earth there in his sort of half plate armor. And despite being caught somewhat off guard, it's sort of like a predator prey thing. Like you ran, so he's chasing, right? It's like kicked in the
lizard part of the brain.
Yeah, or I guess in these guys, it's the boar part of the brain. I think orcs are descendants from boars. They got them tusks, and he's able to nip around that corner. He's right on your heels, Saudade. In fact, because he's aggressive, he gets a free bonus action to move towards a hostile creature. And he brings out that big old great axe. But he only hits for a 9. So he sort of landed, superhero landing, and just takes off sprinting from that crouch position. But as he follows you into the water, the heavy sort of half plate that he's wearing seems to sort of weigh him down as he's trying to take swings at you. And you're just like doing that backstroke, just getting out of the way. Keg is still AFK, so he just said he was following Gronk. So he just comes in and sidles up to Gronk next to the tree there. Another archer you see come to one of the other windows, Gronk, and he's going to take a shot at Keg, as Keg's the closer one there. But no luck. And we're back at the top of the round with Gronk.
All right, I'm going to try and clear as much distance across this sand as possible before, like Iwo Jima style, as bullets and arrows go flying past me, and I'm shooting artillery and everything else is blowing up all around me.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming going to have to double move. Yep, I'm going to double move and get right up underneath this tree in the grill of, whoops.
So describe it to me. Does Gronk like beeline it for that tree, or is he like serpentine?
He's scrabbling he's like over the dirt and the sand, scrabbling around, trying to duck.
Arrows are like
arrows, yeah. Yep.
He takes a moment to like catch his breath behind this tree, and then I'm imagining like the Punisher, where he's just like, like goes again.
Goes again, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
As arrows rain down, brilliant.
Yeah, and I'll get as close as I can to this dude that's up at Saudade's grill. Colliding with a wall. What wall am I colliding with? What?
Probably the tree itself. That's right.
Okay. Cheers. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Anything else for your bonus action?
My bonus actions. I don't think I have that. Whoops. Why is that not working? What the hell?
What's up?
Actually, no. I'll rage. I'll need to rage.
Okay. Do you have that rage macro?
What are you raging against?
Yeah. Raging and then come back.
I think it's like gotten unsynced so that it now the little icon appears when you're not raging. Because if I look at
really?
It says you're raging and it says like you've got the bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, etc. Resistance. So like it has counted your raging now.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Sweet. You enter a rage. Let's see if any of those arrows hit you as you're running towards, I guess it kind of seems. 21 to hit as you're crossing that gap. One kind of hits you just as you get back into cover. Oh, interesting. All right, so 9 piercing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
$17.
So the arrow kind of sticks into your shoulder and you just like break it off. You don't even care. You can feel that there's some sort of poison trying to seep into your bloodstream there, but you just give zero fucks. You just like you walk that shit off.
Yeah.
The guy that felt sorry.
I was looking at Doug's camera like, what the fuck? What did you just bring in?
Just more drinks.
Champagne de la Flump from the Wizard of Wines.
Oh, very good.
Nice.
And a Red Dragon Kush. Red Dragon Crush.
Hell yeah.
The Red Dragon Kush is that other thing.
That's the other one.
Excellent. I'm glad you still have all my drinking props, which we'll have to, we'll just keep adding to it.
Right. Well, I'll never throw them out. They go on every man's bookshelf where he has these knickknacks.
Yeah, no, good. So Gronk's run across the Iwo Jima beach and taken a hit. Luckily, he was sort of raging during that, though. The Orc warrior you pushed out the window, Saudade, finds himself near you. He's going to try and take some swings at you, but he is also going to be at disadvantage as he's in the water here. And he gets his second attack, also at disadvantage.
I like to look at that 3.
Yeah, so he's frenzying around in the water, just a blur of blades with his hand axes. But he just can't seem to sort of stay swimming, and hit you with his axes at the same time. It's just not happening. He lets out a roar of his own rage, though, and this sort of roar seems to give him strength, and you see that he's sort of almost got like a bit of a second wind because of that, and seems to be ignoring some of the pain you've dealt to him already. But it is your turn.
Alrighty, so there's two ways I could do this. I can either try and get out of the trouble, right? Because I'm quite low on health, or I can do what Saudade always does and just fight to the bitter end and just wait for someone to save him. So I go for the second, where one of the others will eventually save me. Love you guys.
We're always there for you.
Mr. Angry over here, he's going to be the first one I destroy. So I'm going to attack him. So I rolled a natty one. I rolled a natty one. So that didn't go to plan, but I've always got two other attacks. My second roll was an 18 plus 7, so 25 to hit. This is with the spear, so it's D8.
Hold on.
And I rolled another 1, so I've done 5 damage with my spear.
So, you threw your spear at a guy.
Oh, yeah, I did.
And then jumped out a window. So you don't have a spear. And therefore you have your fists, which is fine, but your fists are not underwater weapons. So you're at disadvantage on these attacks.
Oh, we're not underwater, are we?
Or you're in water. It's hard to throw punches in water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me roll a second, then die. So I have 18 as my first roll. And my second roll was a 5 plus 7, so 12.
12 will not hit.
All right. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to spend another key point. And this key point is to then use the step of not the step of the wind. It's to use patient defense, and now I have dodge as an action, as a bonus action.
Okay.
So I can use dodge as a bonus action, which means they all have disadvantage
on you. Yep. Excellent.
On me. Yep. Cool.
All right. Do you get your second attack?
And actually, can I then also move?
Yeah,
I'm going to move, so I'm actually off the water a bit.
Yep.
So I'm going to move over here next to Gronk.
Okay. So they're going to take attacks at you, but with disadvantage.
Yep. No, he still got me.
Does an 18 hit?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's right on the AC.
Yeah. So for 12 damage
Okay,
there.
12 damage.
And then the guy with the hand axes. Gets a 20 to hit.
Is that a 1 or a 20?
That's a 20.
Fuck
But
my life.
he got a with disadvantage. You got a dirty 20. It does 8 damage.
Yeah. So Saudade's down.
So Saudade, despite going like crane style in the water, or maybe the flamingo style would be more accurate, as he's trying to step out of the shallow waters here, turns to run past Gronk in the direction that Gronk came from, charging up the beach, and is just clipped in the back by a great axe and a hand axe, and just falls over flat in the water, face down. Yeah. Actually, flip a coin for me, Sean. Heads, you fall face up.
I don't actually have a coin on me, but can I roll a D4 and then
odds and evens? Yeah. Evens you face up.
Let me put on the camera just so.
Every time you turn your camera off, mate, it's fucking with my overlay.
Yes, every time I have the camera on, it just slows everything down.
Okay. Well, if you want to turn it off, I'll move you.
Yeah,
I'll fix
I'll turn it off just because it's slowing everything down for me. Sorry.
That's cool.
So yeah, I rolled it.
You rolled a 2. Yeah. So you're face up. Okay. So you're not just instantly drowning, as you lie there in the water.
In the surf.
Well, the surf is probably a stretch because it's like a lake.
Oh yeah, a lake.
He died the same way as my firstborn.
in the still water? Is there a stillborn still something?
No, just
Sure,
lying
can
in the
there?
water can kill an inch of water can still kill a toddler.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
Watch out out there, everyone. You know, watch your kids in water. Yeah, that
and
much.
you wouldn't think that that's how an old man would go, but you know.
They
One of my
say the older you get, the more you seem like a young baby.
Well, legit, this is a
because-
sad story, but one of my second cousins literally drowned in the shower, in the inch of water at the bottom of the shower.
Oh jeez.
That's horrible. That's
Yeah,
fucking
I
heartbreaking.
know. Yeah.
So sad. Jesus Christ.
Be careful in bathrooms. It's where you're most likely to die in your own house.
Jesus Christ.
Now I got
Elvish.
Yeah, shit.
I need to work out whether death saves are at the start or the end of your turn. I think they're at the start of your turn. When you start your turn with 0 hit points, you make a death save. Okay, so you're free of that for now.
For this round.
The soldier who was in the water with you is going to sort of push your body aside as it kind of floats there, and he's going to step forward to attack Gronk. And he's going to take a big old massive swing here.
That's just disrespectful, all right? Because here I am, the deadliest guy in the group. This is the job, mate. This is the job. This is why you guys were attacked.
Got some respect for the dead.
In fact, he does such a massive swing that he can actually cleave. So he's going to try and hit you both.
I mean, like, that's a bit more respectful.
Now the attack on using the shallows. What do you think? Do you think he's got regular attack or disadvantage here?
What's he fighting with?
A great axe. I guess you've got the high ground, which gives you the advantage.
Yeah.
We all know this.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so he's going to go with disadvantage on the attack against Gronk. Whoops, that's massive swing. Here we go. 14 to hit.
I think it's right on. No, it doesn't. 15. I got that upgrade. Fuck yeah.
All right, and he's going to do a normal attack on Saudade because separate attack rolls made for each target. Yep. The disadvantage and the advantage cancel each other out here. So regular attack on Saudade. If it hits, it is a crit, and will count as 2 failed death saves. Dirty 20, I think, will hit you, Saudade.
Will.
Yeah, quite easily as well. So that counts as 2 death saves.
Correct.
So fucked.
So he brings this sort of big axe around, tries to swing it at you, Gronk, but he's sort of slowed by the water, so the waist deep water. You're able to step back and get out of the blow, but you see the axe come down and just continue its arc and kind of hit the floating body of Saudade.
Shit.
That's grim.
Okay, you're up.
I dash across. And
How far was that? How far did you just dash? You mad
60
man.
feet.
Oh, cool.
60
Yeah,
feet.
all right.
Just enough.
All right. Charger keg.
All right, once again, we're going to save Saudade's life, the best fighter in the group, always getting saved. And then I will raise my tankard to him and flash him my glove of compelled jewel and have a slow and steady sip and look into his eyes.
Yep. Cool. Hold on. Do I have it here? There we go. For anyone who had sound on, it's time to duel. So you cast Compel Duel on him. Does he have to make a Wisdom saving throw? Is that right?
I don't know.
It's been so long. Gauntlet of the Duel Masters. Where's your Compelled Duel spell? Here we go. He must make a Wisdom saving throw, and your spell save DC is 13. Yeah, he ain't making that shit. He is compelled to duel you, Keg. You've sort of walked up. You've pulled out the dual master gauntlet. And then you've just given him the like hold one finger up, like wait 1 second, fucking chug, and it's made him so angry that he is ignoring everybody else and it's just coming for you now. But I believe that's your whole turn. Right?
Whose turn?
I believe that's your whole turn to do that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I didn't do a lot, but let's face it,
We're in
it's
it.
cool.
Yeah.
The archer up here is going to see you and see all this shit going down. He's going to take a shot at you, Keg. 16 to hit. I assume will not hit. And now it's Gronk's turn.
All right. I would like to grab the unconscious Saudade and drag him behind me, behind this tree, to give him some cover and get him, like, get my body between me and this. Which orc is this? Is this the ornery orc? Yeah, between me and the ornery orc. So yeah, get my body between, I suppose, so he can't get cleaved again.
Yep.
If I can do that, can I just drag him out of the?
Yeah, so because he's so focused on Keg, like you can do that thing where like they're staring daggers at each other and you kind of duck
Just
in
reach
front
down
of them and reach down and like grab Saudade by the kilt and just drag him along the water. Like, I'm so sorry for interrupting. Like,
excuse me, sorry.
Yeah,
Just
and you're
drag
able.
him behind me.
Yeah, you can get him up onto the shore essentially.
Yeah, awesome, thank you. That's what I'd like to have happen.
Yep.
I don't want to move. I want to stand back where I was. Just get him behind me because I want to.
Sure.
Whoops.
No, sorry, I was moving you. Yep.
That's all good. And then I would like to shove a. Where is it? I'm gonna. Whoa. Here it is. Why is this taking so long? I'm gonna shove a potion of greater healing into his face, just like neck down, so it can just like glug into him slowly while I, basically. And so I can go about my business while he is healing himself.
Okay. It'd still be your full action to administer that potion, but yeah. Cool. Can you roll the healing for me?
I certainly can.
Saudade, you come awake on the shore, bottle of healing potion draining down your gullet for 17 health. Do you say anything?
Oh yeah, sorry. I was on mute.
I live.
I go, and I'm just choking up half this potion. I look at Gronk, as like, what happened? Has the fight ended? Did I do it? Did I do it all myself?
No, you fought death again, and we brought you back.
Oh, the greatest fighter in the fantasy lands.
How many times have you fought death, Keg? And won. Exactly.
That's because I am the greatest fighter in the fancy lands. I don't die.
I am the greatest fighter in the fantasy lands.
2 dragons. 2 dragons.
2 dragons. I mean, there's an asterisk next to both of those names.
There is fucking not.
Have you not seen all the skulls and bones littered across these beaches and swamps? These are my skull and bones.
Yeah, that you took off the people that I warmed up for you.
Warmed up. You were still stuck in the water while I was killing people.
Making friends with alligators. Clearly the toughest one in the fantasy lands.
I wasn't there. Where's your alligator friend? I see nothing.
Probably eating people. He's probably eating people.
Eating the people I killed. So, shit friend.
You got dementia. You're losing it.
So, yeah. Thank you, son. I fought death and I won once again. But now day?
As you come awake with that 17 hit points, the archer up in the window, Gronk is going to take a shot at you with disadvantage because you're sort of well behind cover down here. That's still going to be a 22 to hit though for 6 piercing damage. And I need another con save, please.
Certainly. Just let me muck around my health. Con save. 23, mate. No, not even worrying about it.
No,
Poison. What's your
Yeah,
poison?
you've drank stronger stuff than this.
Yeah.
Um,
I drink
cool.
piss and shit napalm. Bring it, kids.
The orc warrior who was sort of in the drink earlier, he's gonna sort of make his way up the shore and get behind you, Keg, to try and flank you.
All good.
So he's gonna come in with his multi attack here. So 2 hand axe swings. First one is they're both. Oh, first one's 21 to hit.
That bounces off my shield.
Yes. Excellent.
So it's been a while since this has happened. The shield of Anduin, the Nerath Empire shield that you recovered back in the keep on the Shadowfell, lets out a sort of as the attack hits it, it's like Thor's hammer hitting Cap's shield. There's sort of a loud clang and a wave of force explodes out to all enemies within 5 feet. So I need you to roll 2d6 force damage for me, please. 8. He's flung back 10 feet, I believe. 10 feet away. So he's flung back into the 10 feet into the water, and so's this guy. I think Gronk and Saudade are probably knocked back as well, though that you're able to kind of angle it that they don't take the brunt of any damage.
I yell at the water, Timothy, finish him off.
All right, give me actually on your turn, I'll allow you to make a
Animal
handling.
animals.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This guy though, the orc warrior, as he got knocked back, so he hits you with the first axe attack. You get the shield up, knock him back. He charges back in, but for the second attack, he only gets a 16. He's obviously too shell shocked to dish out proper heat on those attacks.
I wink at him.
Saudade.
So yeah, I once again, Saudade 257, death 0. So yeah, I've got a very good win record against Death himself. But I am still feeling a bit flustered because it is Death. So I'm going to use my. I have to use a whole turn on this, but I'm going to use the stillness of mind, where I get to not stillness of mind. Shit, I don't know how to use the wholeness of body. Sorry, there's wholeness of body. So once per long rest, I can regain 24 health.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to regain 24 health.
So you're going to go into
and that takes
your spirit palace or whatever.
Well, I remember you saying once upon a time that it was like HP is like just our will to carry on.
Yeah, muscles don't matter. It's actually will to carry on.
Yeah, so I remember you explained to that as like in the early days. So what I'm doing is I'm like gathering myself, so I I gain more of that sort of urge to carry on and keep fighting. Because obviously the drink they gave me, is like adrenaline, and then this is like for me just making sure that I kind of get centered a bit more. So I'm gonna heal myself for 24. So I'm up to 31 now. And what I'm going to do next, I can't really move. I'm going to move behind this tree over here just to start, taking away some of the heat from Gronk.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in cover, because I know where all the action is. But yeah, I'm trying to sort of spread out so that they don't just keep launching arrows at Gronk and Keg. Yep, and then that ends my turn.
All right, excellent. Next up, we got the orc soldier that you've taunted, Keg. He's going to sort of wade back into the battle here and try and hit you with the axe. Can he... From where he was, yeah, he's able to get back onto the some solid ground. He sort of charges back in and swing the great axe at you. That's going to be a 19 to hit, which I believe will not cut it. So it's your turn, Keg. How you gonna clap back?
Keg's gonna do what Keg's gonna do. Now, hang on a sec. The one dead in front of me, this one that I've selected. No. How do I select?
So there's two. There's one like above you. This guy is the one you've taunted with the dual master gore.
Right. So if I don't attack him now, the spell will break.
Correct.
All right, so I better attack him.
Yeah, and I think you get 2 attacks with that +1 battle tankard of smiting.
I would say so. Let's do this. God, it's been a while, but I like it. You know, we're all having a good time. Everyone having a good time out there on Twitch? Hit F in the chat if you're having a good time. That'll hit him.
That'll certainly hit him.
That'll hit him.
So a big old hit for 11 damage there as you just bring the hammer down. The hammer in this instance being that big old tankard you see on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. And you just crack him on the jaw. He still seems to be standing, certainly, but probably can't deal with too many more of those. And you get a second attack.
Well, too bad for him. He's going to be getting more of those. Oh, yeah. It's feeling good.
A further 9 damage here. Now, do you juice this with any smites, or are you holding them for later?
I'm holding them back. I think I can take those too.
You don't need
Me and Timothy got this.
There's a dragon around.
Yeah, cool. So you smack this guy. He's still barely standing, but he seems even more fixed and even more enraged at your impertinence as he readies his axe.
I warn him. Like, if you've ever seen Dragon Ball Z, this is like Frieza level 1. You don't want this.
That was only in my first form.
Sip.
Yeah,
exactly.
Meanwhile, though, as you take that sip, a shot rings out at you from the tower and just clangs off your armor without even needing to move. Gronk, you're up.
Awesome. The ornery orc soldier, he is compelled to duel Keg, isn't he? So he will not get an attack of opportunity if I leave.
Correct.
Awesome. I'm going to climb this tree and get up onto these battlements and start fucking with these guys that are shooting arrows at me.
Yep.
All right.
Give me an athletics check to kind of climb up, because they're like a little bit higher than you, right?
So it's a month.
Cool.
18?
I think you actually have advantage on this too.
I do.
Because you're rage.
Super angry. 25.
Yeah, so you just essentially leap Hulk style up that wall. You don't know, like, maybe it's the sunburn because it's like midday. The hot sun beating down on you. You're annoyed. You're angry. You just leap right into that building, right into the window, and come face to face with either one of these archers you want to jump in on.
I'll take it on the left one, thank you. Shooting arrows down.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to axe him in the face. I'm going to recklessly do it too.
Okay.
So first roll, 21 to hit, with fishing for the crit. Negative, so 21 to hit.
21 will definitely hit. 17 is enough. So you just describe to me how you kill this person as you fly through the window.
Well, I like to think that he is like a story or so up.
Yeah.
Isn't he? So yeah, I'm going to come through this window and just like Spartan kick him off his battlement down into what looks like to be a fire in the middle of his own tower. So I just Spartan kick him down into his own flames and then turn to look at his friend. I'm like, right, you're next.
Yeah. Cool.
And then I'm going to
move. Yeah, you just sort of rush him. He's up
Yeah.
against the window. You see, he was still kind of leaning out, readying a shot against your father. But he has turned to see you, and he sort of pulled out a dagger, as that's all he has for close combat.
My shadows are weird. I can't see this dude.
Right, let's put you there. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Then it's better. Cheers. So now I can target him.
So if you're attacking recklessly, you can hold Alt when you do your roll for attack. It should roll the attack with advantage. Or not.
Or not. We tried.
Roll it again then.
That is
wrong. Yep. So he was barely standing after the initial attacks. You see that next to his leg is Saudade's spear. That's been on the ground here. This guy's obviously taken a bit of a hit from it before. Or actually, I think Saudade's spear is like jammed into the wall next to this guy. But your reckless axe attack kills him, and
hell yeah.
Half of him falls out the window.
Good work, my boy.
Thank you, Father.
That's the father-son duo.
Keg, behind you, the orc with the hand axes is still trying to sort of break through your armor here, just sort of whittling away. The second attack will do it though. He's able to hit that 21 again, just get in under the armor. Even though you get the shield up, he sort of bangs on the shield enough to cause a bit of heat to that arm. You're going to take 6 slashing damage.
No problem. Good on him. Kid out to have a go.
Saudade.
Is on mute.
You're muted, Saudade. Saudade, you're muted.
Sean. You're still muted, Sean.
And Saudade has finally passed into the quiet sleep of his old age.
It's those 2 death saves catching up to him.
We will remember him.
See you, Alex. Have a great morning.
See you, Lex.
Have a good day, mate.
Mwah. Mwah. We miss you.
We do.
We do.
Yeah, you do need a healer.
Oh, how good would that be?
All right.
We're gonna skip. I actually have found you guys a replacement cleric. If you don't mind playing with someone you have no idea who they are in real life. If you just need a heal bot to follow you around.
Doesn't bother me.
I'll ask her if her schedule lines up.
As long as it's not Catherine.
No,
she will fucking kill us. She will turn on us instantly.
I'm gonna clip that and just send it to her.
Yeah, you know what you do? You just like you make like a whole bunch of other clips that like you say something beforehand, and then you just finish it off. But I hope it's not Catherine.
It's completely out of context.
Yeah, Dan just goes, "Hey, so I was thinking of maybe someone can come up to mine and cook some dinner." And then Doug, I hope it's not Catherine. I was thinking of going on an Airbnb with a few of my mates. What do you think? I hope it's not Catherine.
That's fair. That is fair.
We love her.
So many scenarios. So many.
All right, so Saudade, you almost missed your turn because you're on mute. But what do you do?
These guys are getting the job done, which is what I like to see from the second and third best fighters of the Fancy Lads. They've taken him out. So I'm going to run. And let's see if I can do this easily. I forgot how fast I am. So I'm going to run up behind Keg. and I say, like, as I come up, like, because I'm running from directly behind Keg, and I don't know if you guys remember Troy the movie. When Achilles fights the big dude right at the beginning, and he just kind of jumps up and shoves the
Boagrius.
yeah, like and he just shoves the sword in his like traps, and then it just falls him in one swoop. So I do that move, but kind of coming out from behind him and just doing a Superman punch to his face.
Yeah.
So he
Except
doesn't really see me coming.
your hand is the sword, just like the fucking reverse Flash, just fucking into
I'm
those
doing,
traps.
I'm doing like a crane. I'm doing a snake strike, as the martial arts may not call it. Cobra Kai never dies. So I roll a d20, 15. I don't know why I'm rolling it twice, but that second roll was a 20. Fuck, I used it up. So yeah, I roll a 22 altogether.
That'll hit.
I hit him with just my fist, and I hit him for 9 damage.
Okay.
And then I roll my second attack, and I roll a 14 altogether.
14 will hit. Yep.
Oh shit, yeah. An 8 to damage.
So he goes down, and sort of is lying in the shallow water there. But then his eyes open, and you see he's still awake. This is very similar to a thing that Gronk does quite often.
Yeah, I'm going to attack him once again.
So he's now like on the ground. Now he's on the ground. So you have
22.
Yeah, I was going to say you have advantage.
Sweet. No, the second roll was a 5, so I rolled 22 altogether.
Yeah. He's only at 1 health, so
He did.
And so like I hit him again, and like I floor him, and then he's starting to get back up, and he's looking at me with crazed eyes, and I just get the back of like I like help him up by like lifting him up by the back of the skull, and I say not today, and I just slam him back into the water, cracking his head on the stones, like on the shoreline, and watch the blood pour out.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai never dies.
Cobra Kai never dies.
Strike first. Strike hard. No mercy.
Cool. He did.
I then turn around and I just watch the show, I guess.
Yeah. So Keg, this orc soldier is going to take another big swing at you there, but he's just not great. He's getting tired. He's weighed down in his plate armor. He's being weighed down by the water. He's losing that steam, and he can't. It's just sad now. You know what I mean?
I ask him, "What gods do you pray to?"
And he, breathlessly, says, "We worship Grumsh and our worm lord Obould. Many arrows."
Well, go on. Say goodbye to them.
And he sort of like looks up to the sky, and says,
I smash his face in before he can say anything.
Yeah. So he looks up to the sky and says, "Grow," and just like the keg comes and hits him in the teeth. And he falls back, clutching at his face into the water, drops the great axe next to him. And there's sort of a moment where he's just sort of staring up at you, Keg, blood oozing from his broken jaw, as he looks at you, and sort of it's mingling with the cold, murky water. And he just kind of, his eyes kind of go blank, and his head dips back under the water.
I gotta go masturbate, guys.
Well, let's take a quick 10-minute break. Just 10 minutes, Doug. You'll be right.
Yeah, funny.
4.5 break.
But just to get some hydration, and then we'll continue on until 9:30.
Love it. I'm gonna piss.
Hope everyone in Twitch land is having fun. I know Alex was here a little bit earlier, had to leave. We got the Renon one. I hope you're enjoying the little sidebars there. You can also mouse over the screen to look at the D&D Beyond character sheets, I believe.
They speak.
Of this character. What's that?
They can only type, can't they? They can't like speak or.
I'm sure they can speak in real life, but we can't hear them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can just type in chat and it comes up on the side. They can also spend inspiration points to give advantage to the players.
And you got that wandering monster in play, don't you?
Yes. So there's the Unleash the Krakens for the Monday night game. If you put your points towards unleashing the Kraken, then a Kraken will come and attack the
Fuck that.
the party that's on they just got a brand new boat. But there is also the DM bar, which is bits, tips, and subs fill the DM phylactery. So if you subscribe to the channel, tip any money or anything like that, it goes to fill that bar up. And when that bar fills up, I roll on a table, and there's some good shit that can happen on there. There's some bad shit that can happen on there. You know, you might run into Garfield, the Deals Warlock. You might.
Yeah, we did. I don't know if you remember what happened last time.
Oh, I remember.
Oh yeah. I've still got that deck. I keep looking at that deck, going, "Fuck, I've got 51 more to go."
Yeah. I actually have a deck of tarot cards, so maybe next time we play in person, I'll bring the deck with me. So if you want to pull a card out of the deck, you can pull an actual tarot card out of the deck.
Oh yeah, I could imagine like, oh wow, you get a new lover. At time.
About time Saudade moved on.
Yeah. I need to actually rethink a name now. That Saudade's reunited and really enjoying the quality time spent with his son.
I'm good to go whenever you guys are.
Cool.
Yeah,
all right, we're all back.
Hold on. Brent just got back, so everyone cut the conversation, please.
Yeah.
He can rewatch this.
Yeah. Oh, shit! I forgot all that. I forgot all that.
Yeah, it's cool.
I lived it.
So you find yourselves outside the this sort of watchtower, or this former bell tower, maybe church tower. You know, breathing heavy. Well, some of you are breathing heavy. I think Kegs kind of hasn't broken a sweat. Even if he could sweat, he wouldn't be.
I'm breathing heavily with excitement.
Yeah. The dragon that you saw that was kind of circling above, you see it land on the building to the northwest and enter in through what appears to be a hole in the roof.
I tell the guys that he's been doing sweeps of the area. So maybe we should think about just ditching these bodies into the water so he knows that there's no trouble here. But I don't know if they're in cahoots like with the last dragon that we fought.
I would assume they would be.
Yeah, I think
so,
they have a union.
Yeah, so let's
there's
just
6 dragons.
Let's just chuck the bodies
We
into
murdered one.
Yeah, let's just chuck let's just chuck all the bodies into the water. They'll sink down, and then your imaginary friend can eat them.
Rude. Yeah, I'm happy to clean up and move the bodies into the water. I think that is a good idea because the dragon's obviously circling ahead, wondering where the other dragon is. Probably just
Yeah.
at the meeting.
Yeah. Timmy.
Let's loot the place, shall we? While we're here.
Oh yeah,
Team
absolutely.
loot.
Love that
Team
loot.
loot. Team loot.
Yeah,
Team
team loot. I assume they have booze, mate.
Team loot. Team loot.
Well, Gronk, you're the one that's up there. So you see in one of the rooms, there's sort of in one of the smaller rooms where there's like the table. There's a bed off to the side. There's also a small chest, sort of at the end of the bed.
I'd very much like to open that chest, please.
Cool. It is locked.
Cool. I'd like to smash it open.
Give me
You
an athletics
smash it
check.
gently.
I'll give you what, sorry?
An athletics check.
Certainly, sir. 24.
Whew, yeah.
Oh, that's a good smash.
That's pretty good. That's a good smash. It's not gentle at all.
No.
And is this like a kick, a punch? Like, is it the butt of your
Definitely like
axe?
the stand. Is it Breath of the Wild where Link kicks the chests and they just pop open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inside there are 4 bags, 4 small like money bags, each holding 25 gold. You open them up and there's 4 bags with 25 gold each.
Ooh, so 100 gold. Hell yeah.
Good. Pretty good.
Okay.
Wedged as you pull the bags out, wedged in behind them, 3 clear-ish, or like sort of maybe like a pale blue, but very like clear, opposite of opaque. That's the right word, isn't it? Clear.
Yep.
Potion. It looks like potion bottles.
Okay. Do we recognize what these are?
I don't believe so.
Ooh, okay. So 3.
Sippy.
Okay, cool.
Let's do a. Why don't we just do a quick like I can't medicine check or a whatever check might help us here, like Arcana, just before we drinky.
You should do that. Keg
Yeah.
drinks.
Yeah, I'll do a medicine check.
Do you say you should do that and Keg just drinks it?
Yes.
Okay.
I rolled a 13 on medicine.
I reckon, yeah. Just drink one each. We'll hand them out. We'll cheers each other, and we'll have a good old team loot beverage.
No, what Saudade's doing is like so. This is what I would imagine, right? Like you pull them out and give them to all of us, and Saudade like turns and he's like,
I'm like,
"Man, it's
hold on a
what
second,
could
guys.
be
I'm
in
going to just take a quick look at it. I'm looking at the legs, having a sniff.
there?" Yeah. And then behind him,
Straight down, yep.
Keg and
so-
Gronk have done like the arms around, like chucking it off.
I turn around. I'm just like, oh.
Okay. Well, Saudade, give me a
Okay.
medicine or an Arcana check here. If you
I rolled a
can-
13 for medicine altogether.
Okay. You're not sure, but you think there's like possibly like little bits of feather in there, and then you turn around and Keg and Gronk are floating off the ground.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, guys, I don't know. I have this weird sense that it's going to give us the ability of flight.
What makes you say that?
And you guys are feeling very fizzy lifting drink at the moment. Just
Like, try and pick up. I check one of my coins on the ground. I'm like, try and pick that up off the floor, Gronk.
Yeah, you're able to. You're not just levitating, Gronk. You're able to sort of head down. You're actually able to control this.
Oh, this is sick.
I put mine in my back pocket. I was like, guys, I'm going to use it in a little bit. I just want to keep looking around.
Easy.
Then you said that there was like an underground section, like the table had been pushed through, and there was like some knives attached to the table where there was frogs.
Yeah, it looks like they've been maybe playing some kind of game involving frogs and knives. It's weird and barbaric. I mean, I'm not sure if Gronk, you grew up with that game.
It's actually Orcish Yahtzee.
Yeah. So, like, you take turns trying to
Yahtzee?
impale frogs on the table, but you've got to do it from underneath the table, so you can't actually see where your own hand is. And they try and impale frogs like that.
You said that like some of the floors were submerged underwater.
Yep.
So could I also have like a look to see if there's any loot in those bottom floors using the staircase and the swimming?
Okay.
Um, 17 plus 7, so 24.
Okay. Let me pull something up here. So you head down into, essentially, because this is sort of a bell tower, you go down one of the staircases into like the flooded part, and sort of make your way down into the flooded floor. And whilst you don't see anything overly interesting in terms of like, because this place looks like it's been flooded for years, right? Like this is an old kingdom. You do come up with a you do find in one of the lower rooms a sort of a glass flask. And inside the glass flask or inside the bottle is like a bronze miniature of a winery that looks very familiar.
Oh, cool. I swim up and I say to old mate Keg, "Hey Keg, isn't this the winery we saw in the pyramids?"
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And Keg reaches out wantingly for it, but he seems to be up against the rafters of the crumbled-in ceiling.
So I hand it over to Keg eventually, just sort of, giving it to him. And is it just? It's just a figurine, isn't it? It's just like it's not like anything.
Yeah, it's not like someone actually shrunk down the real winery and put it in a bottle for you to find in this basement. It's like it's sort of like
let's
someone
face it,
maybe.
Last time we saw it was in a pyramid. Anything can happen.
That's true. That is very true.
We are in the past.
Yeah, magic does exist here.
It's very much like maybe someone visited the winery one time and bought this as a souvenir, right? Like you.
Okay, yeah, pretty.
You go through the gift shop on the way out of the winery and you buy a bunch of cellar door wines, but you also get like, hey, I was at the Wizard of Wine's winery. You get the bronze statue in a bottle.
And so you can play Little Green Man, but with your own drink.
Yeah. What's crazy is it's inside a glass bottle though. Like, how did they get the bronze figurine in there? You know, probably magic.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, probably magic.
I mean, we are flying at the moment.
I feel like in this world, we should always assume everything's magic, and the impossible is that it was done in a normal way.
Yeah. The mundane.
What? It was done normally? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Boring.
She's a witch.
She's a witch. She's talented. So I give that to him, and I say, I think that should go in the pool room. Straight into the pool room, lads. And I say as well, I reckon we could actually, instead of swimming across to that thing,
Swimming.
we could just fly across, couldn't we, and just start attacking that dragon.
That was my move. My move was to go straight for the center of the lake. Now that I know we can fly.
But how long? Yeah, I mean, we could always use a short rest, but I don't know how long this potion lasts.
Oh, I think we've got to keep pushing forward.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll just drink some potions. If you have any potions on you, I reckon we should just use it.
I got a few. I got a couple left.
I've got two, which I got from the trade deal.
Yep.
Trading logo. Yeah.
So all right. So we'll next some potion. We'll just have a potion day. We'll just get drugged up and go and fly around.
Yep.
Let's see what I got. Although Keg drinking potions could turn out. Keg hasn't got just a straight up healing. Where are his drinks?
I'm going to drink one of these. I'm going to drink my potion of greater healing.
How do you do a potion heal?
We can just kind of click the potion, like.
Yeah.
No, I've got it in. I've only got it in Beyond. I've just got it in my notes section, like 2 times potion.
Is it a regular potion or a potion of greater healing?
I think it's just a regular potion.
All right, so that's I think 2d4 plus 2. Let's see.
2d4 plus 2.
Well, it should say it in D&D Beyond what it is. Like what?
Oh no, it's because I got it from the trade deal, like from the selling of the soul. So I've just got it as, as just like in my notes section, 2 times healing potion and $200 store credit.
Okay. So I think it's 2d4 plus 2 then per regular healing potion.
Cool.
I drank the Cranky Clergyman, which is a drink that can go either way. Quite frankly.
All right, let's
Okay.
and you drink it from the tankard. Do you drink it from the tankard that makes all alcohol twice as potent, or do you drink it from your normal battle tankard?
Ooh, yeah, I like it. Twice as potent. I unclip my special tankard.
All right.
So I need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we love it.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. So you sort of swallow it down. There, you get past that bitter drink that tastes like poison. But you just kind of shake that off because you know that it's the good shit, right? And so you heal for 4d4. Yeah. Because normally it's 2d4, right?
Yep. That was, oh yeah.
Out of potions. But I am feeling much better.
Mate, I'm flying. I've got most of my health. I'm ready to murder a dragon.
How do I remove these from my inventory, Dan? I've added them as 0, but they're still sitting in my.
Where are you? If you click, so you double click yourself, you got your inventory up.
Yeah, that's where I've been clicking them from.
Yeah, you should be able to right click.
Edit item. Yeah.
Either edit item or there's sort of a padlock up in the top right of your character sheet that says enable edit.
Oh, yep.
I think from there you should be able to right click and delete items.
I can. Awesome. Thank you.
Cool.
Yep. Easy. They're all gone. Cool.
All right. So it's only been sort of a couple of minutes as you've been chugging these potions. Gronk and Keg still kind of floating around in this room, in this bouncing off the walls, literally. As you kind of get ready to, I think, making a move on the town hall. Is that right?
Let's go into the center.
Yeah, and towards that battlement. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I drink my potion and I come with you guys.
Flying friends, flying high.
This is very Dragon Ball Z. We're like flying across speckled islands into battle.
I can actually do a spirit bomb as well. I mean, very nice.
We just had our sensu beans.
Here's an idea, right? Here's an idea. As we're flying across, I say this. Here's an idea. How would you let me stay outside the building? I'll charge a spirit bomb. Yeah. And you guys go inside as I've near top of my charge. And you fly back out and I just hit him with the spirit bomb as it comes out.
I mean, we've never tried strategy and planning before.
We did it with the other dragon, and it all went to shit. The strategy for the last dragon was, well, we said jump on its back and we'll somehow make it fall down.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I'm willing to try it.
Yeah. All right. So
I'll stay outside and I'll just keep charging. And then when I say, guys, it's getting good, you guys go in. insult the guy, and I'll go and then just run right back out.
So what
Okay,
you're saying
so
is you're
the
going to be
code word
outside
is it's getting good.
Yeah, I'll just say it's big. So if I have a look at it,
the
spell.
old man is outside edging.
So it's a target takes 2d6 damage on a fail save or half as much on a successful one, but it lets me do an additional 2d6 every time I charge it. So if we let me charge 10 rounds before you guys go in, like 10 rounds worth, which is only a minute, and then you guys go in, and I'll just keep charging him while you're in there and insulting him. By the time you guys come out, I'd probably be rolling around like 40 d6s.
Sure. Seems like it's going to work. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to fly forward.
All right.
Greg, Keg and Gronk are going to kill a dragon.
I'm looking at Dan's face. He's like, fuck you guys. He's like, fuck you guys.
That's fine. And by Spirit Palm, that's your turtle wave, isn't it? The ability.
Yeah, that's the one.
Why can't I get through this wall? Do I have to go through the door?
Oh, give me a sec. I'll move you to a new map. That's
Oh, okay. Awesome.
yeah, and I'll describe
Okay, cool.
all the
Remember, let me charge for a minute before you guys go in there. That's at least 20. That's at least 20 d6s.
Oh, do you think the flight will take 10 minutes, Dan?
What do you to get over there? So your flight speed is sort of your regular walking speed. So you're able to kind of cruise over.
Oh yeah. I'm going to be calling on my steed, Kegasus.
Oh, okay. So how long does that take to cast?
10 minutes.
Okay. So you spend 10 minutes.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to get there. I'm going to start charging my spirit bomb. 10 minutes. If it's 1 minute, it gives me 20. And 10 minutes will give me 200. Sixes. And are we going to allow it?
Fuck yeah.
So you okay? Let me work out which way you're coming from and all this kind of stuff. I need a bit of
How much are we breaking the game right now?
significantly, but in a great way, obviously.
Because theoretically it makes sense, doesn't it? Like, it's just like, yeah, I'm charging up my thing and I'm just standing over a hole getting ready to like let go of it. It kind of makes sense. It's kind of shitty as well at the same time.
I mean, we know the fight's coming. It's not our fault the dragon flew overhead of us.
Yeah.
Imagine if like the dragon's
This
not
is what we
like,
should have done on the map points rather than going to them and taking them on one by one. Just barricaded a town, charged a spirit bomb for 8
They're
days.
just blasting all, yeah.
Just fucking bang.
All right. So as you fly towards it, you get a clearer look of the town hall. What must have been an impressive stone structure now lies half submerged in the lake. Its facade still displays majestic heroes bearing heraldic lion devices armed with swords, spears, and bows, their countenances carved into marble pillars. The building's ground floor is now completely submerged, but its second floor sits just above the water level. Its marble heroes caked with moss and mud. The third floor is partially collapsed, exposing its rooms to the sky above. A wooden walkway has been lashed together around the building's perimeter, and a floating bridge leads to a nearby low ruin surrounded by a wooden fence. 2 flights of wooden stairs lead up along the facade to the ruined roof above. Okay. So what angle are you arriving from? So what's your angle of attack here?
Up.
So you're just above it?
Going straight down. Yep.
Okay.
I'm up.
I'd say I'm about like maybe like 20 feet above it.
Because I can almost guarantee that a dragon's never looked up. A dragon's never been attacked from the sky. Won't expect it.
So I'm going to be like 20 feet above the hole, like directly above here, like just charging a spirit bomb.
Kame.
Yeah. Okay. So let me. How do we do this? Yeah.
This is great. This is gonna be the quickest dragon kill ever. We can
If this
probably get
works,
this. Right, we'll get this done before 9:30. Easy. This dragon's dead.
if this works, I'm going to. I don't think I can drop myself saying the best fighter of the Fancy Lads. I think I'd solidify myself in Fancy Lads history.
If this works, yes, you will
This
be
works.
the best fighter in Fancy Lads.
It'll be up there with like Moonbeam, which is like the Moonbeam that killed everyone. For the first time we saw the black hole of death.
It'll be like the first time Keg killed a dragon. Not like the second time, the first time that Keg killed a dragon.
The asterisks, like the one with the asterisks where we all helped.
No. First time Keg killed a shadow dragon.
Do you mean the second time where Gronk did most of the hacking on the wings?
No, your dimensions.
And where Saudade came up with the plan to jump on his back.
No, Alzheimer's is playing up again.
So and I'm
I was
imagining
just trying to clarify.
because Keg, as you said, Keg, you summoned Kegasus, but Kegasus can't fly of his own volition, so I'm assuming Keg's just like holding him between his legs really firmly as he flies to like carry him along.
This continues Kegasus's ongoing training
To learn to fly.
to learn how to fly. This is canonical, mate. It makes sense.
I feel like this might actually do a backward step because Kegasus is like, I haven't seen you for like only a day, and yet you've already learned how to fly. He actually feels a bit of shame.
Like, it's easy. It's easy.
So easy, guys.
Cool. All right. So you see what you see before you. You're kind of floating up here. And let me see. On the you approach from the north, but you see that walking around.
Fuck. This ruins the plan, guys.
There are a couple of ogres walking around the sort of perimeter on this boardwalk.
Now, how deep is that water, Dan?
It is it's a story down, so like a house level down.
Yeah, but I mean, like, because ogres obviously, because of their density and the fact that they're not like dexterous, they can't swim well. So if we knock them into the water, will they just drown? Is basically what I'm trying to get at.
No, they are giants. They are large creatures. So I think that they would they'd be able to stand on their tippy toes and just have their mouths above water, probably.
Can confirm standard room height is between 2.4 to 3 meters. So this is a castle, so I'd be saying we're probably talking about 4 meters a level. So I don't know if
That's an expert, nice. Yeah, that's really good.
I'm giving you this one for free, Twitch. Usually I charge for this kind of information.
Yeah, I mean you can get all this and more by subscribing to Walls Weekly, I think, though.
Oh, it's a brilliant read. Anyway, these ogres are probably probably talking 4.1, 4.2 meter ogres.
Yeah. The ogres, though, are also not looking up, so they have not seen you yet.
All right. Well, guys, we can always get back to the original plan if because all they'll notice is a dragon coming out of the hole as I'm charging the spirit bomb. So it's up to you guys. What do you want to do?
I look at Gronk. I'm like, I reckon we could take an ogre each. And if it goes to shit, Saudade's on top of us.
Yeah. How high off the ground are we, Dan? Like, how high off the ground can I get? Is a better question.
Your flying speed is equal to your walking speed, so you can go as high as you like.
How much can I lift while flying?
I think you can lift as much as you could lift normally.
Could I lift an ogre?
just throw him away and put him somewhere else.
Just fucking terminal velocity, take him up, drop him, and Iron Man won him. Just how'd you deal with the icing effect?
Carrying. Does it say in D&D Beyond what your carrying capacity is?
I'll have a look. I'll pull up D&D Beyond.
These are the important things we need to know.
Yeah.
Now, I'll just let you know that most bags of plaster are 20 kilos. So if an ogre is 4.1 meters high,
And is dense. We just established from Saudade said that they were very dense and they would
They're
sink.
very dense. They're very dense.
Very dense.
You're
You're probably
carrying-
looking at 10 bags of plaster.
Okay, so your carrying capacity is your strength score multiplied by 15, and that is the weight in pounds that you can carry. And then how heavy is an ogre?
Not
But
very.
they're about 4.1 kilos, right? 4.1 meters. Let's say a normal human being at about 2 meters, probably around 100, 200, 100, 120 kilos. Times
Lift
that
very
by-
much.
Yeah. It's about, I reckon they'll be around about 700 kilos.
Legitimately,
hand.
Doug can lift more than Keg can. Gronk can. Like, seriously, he can lift. Gronk can lift 100
Obviously.
kilos. That's it.
It's mainly
Wait, what-
willpower, though.
Yeah,
But
it's not
isn't it
actually
just
muscles. It's
Times by 15.
16 times 15, yeah. That's
so
240.
I've got here that ogres are 600 pounds.
Can't
Yeah, I
lift
can't lift that.
Can't
Can't lift that. No.
I could
Push
lift that.
him. Push him off the
Like,
thing.
what if we fly up, right, and then slam down into them at terminal velocity?
I have a special orc magic. I have rocks. We can just drop rocks at terminal velocity. We can just artillery strike them from the air. We can be drones, Doug. We can drone strike them.
I never knew until this day I wanted to be a drone.
Yeah,
Alright.
you do play an AI effectively in this campaign.
I want to drones. All right, I'm going to try. I'm going to fly above this ogre to our left, and I'm going to drone strike him with a. I'm going to say like what, a hefty 1 kilo rock from. How many feet will I need to hit terminal velocity? Let me do some quick maths.
Yeah, and then,
While
and
you're
then you
doing
gotta,
this quick maths, you're flying up.
Yep.
yeah, and then you got to tell me how long it takes you to get up there too, right?
Okay, I'll do all that maths. Give me 2 seconds.
While he's doing this, Soldado's still charging his spirit bomb, and Keg is floating in the air, playing with Kegasis, teaching him how to fly and drinking.
Yeah.
I reckon we could just fly into the hole, get the dragon, bring him out. Now, Dan, how many minutes have passed so far? Because it took him 10 minutes to summon Keg.
Yeah, we'll say it took another like 10 minutes to fly over there. So I'm looking at you chugged the potions at like 12:20, I think.
They only
clock-
last an hour, don't they?
Yeah, the clock.
Oh.
Well, yeah, they do, and the clock says 12:56 right now.
Guys, I think we need to just go into the hole and get the dragon.
Sorry, quick question. How many pounds do you reckon my rock would be?
About 1 pound.
That's
Yeah.
way too light. Like a kilo is 3 pounds, 3 and a bit pounds. So
I'd say 2.5 pounds.
2.5 pounds it is.
I mean,
Alright,
you'd probably carry like a full-on like plate, right? So
Like
like,
a rock. Yeah.
yeah. I reckon you'd be looking like a 20-pound rock.
Fuck yeah.
It's like a 10 kilo rock ish.
This ogre's gonna fucking die.
All right, so
What's Ogre
how many?
jam.
So we've said how many minutes have we been charging? About 10 minutes for the summon.
Well, he summoned
20
Kegasis
minutes.
back on the island, and then you flew over here, which was another like 5, so 20 minutes total.
20 minutes.
Are we happy to assume that Gronk's lungs are similar to a human's, that they can't really breathe above 20,000 feet? Like that's where the altitude probably caps out where you can breathe.
How long would it,
I don't
How
know
long-
what that guy, but I'm charging a spirit bomb at the moment.
at your current speed, which is
All
what,
right,
40,
it's only
40
40
feet
feet.
every 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Double that, I guess, so 80 feet every 6 seconds. How long is it going to take you to 20,000 feet, my friend?
250 seconds.
That's not long.
That's not long.
That's not long.
That's not long. Give me a constitution check. Oh, actually, you know what? You're wearing the ring of fucking chill. You don't get cold.
I
up
am,
there,
yeah. I dealt with the icing issue.
I think we're about to make Ogre jam.
All right, 20,000 feet.
I'm gonna try something fun after this.
Yeah.
It won't take 10 minutes to work out.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, it can. I'm here for it.
No, it'll be very Keg. It'll be.
While he's flying up, you just like yell.
Not that bad.
Oi, dragon! You can't. Come on out.
We're dragon.
All right. Let me find.
Mate, some people out there find this boring, but for the maths nerds watching this,
Oh yeah, Maths is the best shit, man.
this is they're like finally a D&D game speaking my language.
Sorry, it's going to travel 212 feet per second. Now I'm going to calculate in force.
Yep, good. Look, I'm glad I have teachers. And look, I'm glad that this is enough your jam that you're happy to work it out and that I don't have to.
Guys, we need to go. We've only got 20 more minutes in game to go get this fucking dragon out of the hole.
I got it. Fine.
Well, the good news is once combat starts, every round is only 6 seconds. So
Yeah, the second this pops off, it pops off quick.
Yeah, fair enough. But still, like, you know, let's.
The only thing I'm wishing is that Gronk took more than one rock up there with him. But hey, this is where we are.
So where's
Dan,
working?
I've already calculated that we've only been up here. We've already been up here for 10 minutes. I've already been charging for about 10 minutes.
well, are you attempting to cap out your because it uses up your key points? Are you going to use up all your key points? Bearing in mind you did spend what 2 key points last
No,
fight?
it doesn't say anything about key points. It just says the longer I charge, turn spend. Oh fuck! That's where the fuck it. I've never read that part there. I can
Oh
only charge
yeah.
for five turns. All right, guys.
Oh my god, this is like Dragon Ball Z. We're standing around charging things up.
Yeah. I would not be that
Five.
fucking dumb to give you an infinite charge move where you're like, you know, a week later, yep, sweet, good, bang.
Yep.
You dick.
You know what? Bring in the whole army. I've charged for about a month now.
Yeah.
At the end of the thing.
God, that's a classic Alex move. Actually, I'm not an animagus.
Yeah.
Does newtons of force calculate to force damage? Is that how this works? This is how we're going to do it?
Sure.
Then 5,100 damage.
Okay. Tell you
What you
what.
should
Plus
actually
the
do
whole-
is you figure out how quick you can swing a club at
Do
the
you know what
same
you gotta-
time, and then do a comparative.
I should.
Do you know what you got to do though?
Yeah.
You still have to make a dexterity attack roll to
Okay.
throw
Get
this to time it, right? Because he's patrolling, he's moving, and you're really, really high up.
1,000 feet. It's going to take.
I
Yeah,
reckon
it's going to take around 20 seconds to hit. 10 seconds or so, yeah, actually.
And
Yeah.
don't forget, at that point, you're gonna have to like take into the movement of the earth.
Spit the Coriolis effect, yeah.
So tell you what, and you're gonna roll me an attack roll as if you're throwing a javelin
Disadvantage, triple
with
disadvantage.
disadvantage. If it hits, incredible things are gonna happen. If it misses, probably
It's
not.
going to hit
incredible.
something.
It's gonna hit
It's going to
something.
hit something.
It's
You
gotta
can't
hit.
actually just blow up the whole castle.
You
What?
can't miss the ground. All right, roll it again for disadvantage.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, you gotta take the 15, don't you?
Is that the 15, but what's the ogre's AC going to be?
Yeah. So the rock it's falling. It gets a bit of a tumble to it as well. You put a little bit of spin on it to try and counter that.
I did give it a drag coefficient, so I did actually account for drag. So
Yeah. I mean, and it's not a perfectly spherical rock, so it does.
I gave it a 0.7, so it's going to tumble. Yeah.
I mean, that's also kind of worse for the ogre though, because like it's not going to be
It's
a
gonna
clean.
tear.
It's not going to
Yeah.
be clean through. It's going to tumble. It's going to ricochet off its skull, or even if it clips its shoulder. Because you spent so long actually working out the data, and I love you. This rock just goes straight through the fucking ogre, which blows apart. But there's also like the sound. The ogre itself doesn't make a sound, but like with its lungs. But it exploding makes a sound because we live in a world of magic. And there's also like a massive crash and kaboom as the wooden boardwalks explode and splinters and flinders fly everywhere. And the ogre just like what's left of him falls back or falls through the hole in the ground that you've created, and there's just sort of a loud splash, a loud kathunk or plunk, I should say, as the ogre is liquefied by the thing that you've thrown up. You of course are still 20,000 feet up in the air.
Yep.
and we're gonna, I guess, roll initiative.
You guys can now call me an orbital strike cannon.
An orbital strike.
Yeah! Well done. Give yourself some inspiration, Dan.
Don't do it.
So this guy's dead. This guy's done. This guy is going to come investigate that at some point. Keg, you said you had something you wanted to do that isn't going to take all that kind of time.
Sorry, apologies.
No, that's fine. Look, I'm here for it, honestly.
I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Well, like watching the aftermath of this and the dusty explosion that's just happened. Keg is looking down at Kegasis that is between his arms, and Keg is floating over the ogre. This is a great idea. He drops Kegasis onto the ogre below him. I'm not sure if that's going to fly, but
the second
very in character.
The second ogre.
Yes, the second ogre.
Yeah. How high is Keg? How high up is Keg? We're not going to do
Not
the
that
maths.
high.
Not that high. Yeah.
Not high enough to do the maths.
Cool.
Not high enough to do maths.
But I mean, like if you think about it, every force is an equal and opposite reaction. So whatever damage Kegasis takes, the ogre will also take the same amount of damage.
Yeah, and Kegasis comes in, hoofs swinging with advantage here, please, Kegasis. Okay. Plus, we'll say 40-10. 18. The ogre is significantly damaged by Kegasis landing on him, and like Kegasis is wild as Kegasis falls and lets out like a whinny, like you like, why, father, why? Its little stubby wings kind of flapping against the wooden barrel.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna learn.
It's gonna fly.
And there's a moment where like Kegasis lands on the ogre, kicks off with the hooves, gets airborne again, wings flapping, and then smacks into the ogre again, and then leaps onto the floor. Meanwhile, Saudade has begun charging the turtle wave,
which we've now figured out isn't unlimited, so we're not going to get it to like 300 D6s. Do we just do this the old school method? Maybe we can have a rest.
You want to have a rest now after you've dropped a stone?
Yeah,
we're in combat now, buddy.
We're in orbital whatever cannon.
I have javelins. I'm 20,000 feet up, and I have javelins.
Yeah, orbital rod. Yeah, that's how you rod things. Cool. All right, roll initiative for me, friends.
Keg's not on the game board. If you could
he's underneath Kegasis.
Oh, that's unfortunate for the orc.
I assume Keg's still kind of floating up, above Kegasis a little bit.
Yeah. Laughing merrily.
I rolled a 22 altogether.
Okay. All right. Saudade, you are first to act.
So yeah, I'm just like holding this key bomb, which I've now tapped out because I've been charging it for so long. So I'm on what is that? I've got 5 key points, so it's 2 times 5, so it's 10 d6. So I've tapped out a 10 d6.
Keep holding it. Keep holding it till the dragon comes out. We'll fight this orc.
So I'm now just like chilling up, just getting this ball, like this huge ball in my hands. I'm just like, this is all right. this isn't bad.
This isn't the worst fight.
Yeah, cool. All right, Gronk, what are you doing from up top there?
I will start coming back down.
Okay.
I won't keep
how many
maths to throw things.
Did you maths how many turns it's going to take you to get back down?
I can do that right now. Give me 2 seconds. That'll be real quick.
What is? I assume Kegasis has been given an order.
Wait, is it 275? It's per 80 feet per second? Is it something, or per 6 seconds?
seconds.
So times 6.
So you can, if you
Divide
times
by
10 that's
60.
per minute, I
Yep.
guess.
So, yep. 27 rounds of combat.
although, would it be faster to fall? It would be.
Yeah, if I hit terminal velocity, it fucking will.
Surely,
Can I pull out
like,
terminal velocity with?
How you gonna land?
It'll take me. Well, at terminal velocity, it'll.
In the words of Jeremy Clarkson, speed never killed anybody. Now stop it.
yeah, it's like, well, I heard that it's not the fall that kills you; it's the stopping. It's
That's
the
right.
ground that kills you.
It's the ground that kills you.
I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of grounds.
Although he has got about 4 meters of water to land into.
If he puts his legs together, tucks his butthole real tight, and he covers his nose, he might be okay. He might get away with broken legs.
You should be able to land from the upper atmosphere of the planet into this very shallow lake.
600 seconds, so 10 rounds of combat.
10 rounds, that's not bad. Yeah, I reckon you just start falling. You just tuck into the dive, the high dive pose, and just.
And good news, you've got 10 rounds to figure this out. What I particularly love about this is we finished the last game with you drowning, and now we're going to finish this game with you falling.
You're just so lucky that I didn't just go like, oh, okay, you try and fall, but you're not actually falling anymore. You've lost the gravity of the Earth, and you're now drifting away.
I'm now in orbit.
Yeah. You see a Spelljammer ship just fly past.
The problem is going to be if this potion wears out before I can pull up.
Well, it lasts an hour, so that's going to be that. You got plenty of time. That's there's like 200 rounds left, I think, at least, or 20 minutes.
So if I wasn't falling, I would have lost it and died.
Maybe, yeah. Actually, no. When the potion wears off, it says you fall at like you fall normally,
Like
but then it's like feather fall after it wears off until you touch the ground again.
Cool.
Cool. Pegasus, or Kegasus, I should say, is going to make a hoof attack against the ogre for 12 damage here. And Keg, what are you doing?
I will gently land on Kagasus's back and swing at the ogre.
Cool.
And I pat Kagasus. Good boy, mate. You did good. I'm proud of you.
Uh, 12 will hit for 11 damage. And the second one, the attack comes down, and thanks to the hits from Kegasus, you're able to just in 2 big swings knock this ogre out.
I look up at Saudade and yell, "Hey, greatest fighter! How'd that one go for you?"
Well, I mean, seeing how I gave you guys the original idea, this strike from above, I say that every derivative, like all your moves, are basically a derivative of what I'm doing right now. So yeah, everything you do feeds back to me. Thank you guys.
You are merely weapons of my wanting.
Yeah,
I am the inspiration, and you guys just carry it out. You're
that's
welcome.
right. I can't actually have you guys stealthed at any time because I don't have a permit for hidden weapons. Saudade. Actually, let me roll some dice here. Let me check some. Where's this guy? Ba, 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 okay. There is a roar from inside the building, and stepping out onto to hear like what all the commotion is all about are a number of orcs.
Not what I expected.
I scream, "That little kitty, come out!" As I now start getting excited to release this energy ball.
Give me a persuasion check, Saudade.
Sorry, I accidentally muted myself. A persuasion check.
Yeah. To
Alright.
coax this dragon out.
I feel like my lack of charisma will just bring it out because I'm going to piss it off whatever I do. Yeah, so I say it with a mighty 3 because I got a -1 to my 4. So I'm like, come on. I don't know. I don't even say anything. I'm pretty sure I'm mute at this point.
Yeah, you yell out, but like because you're a bit high up, there's just the wind carries your voice away. Like no one hears it.
All you hear is a falling Gronk. Ah!
It's like the end of Shazam.
Yeah. Not impressed. These okay.
Nothing worse than this entire thing of private dice. Just
yeah. Well, I gotta set up. I gotta set it up.
it's just terrifying. It's like it's great, but it's fucking terrifying.
It is. You never know what's going to happen. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Why do you think I need so many drinks here?
Okay, cool. So yeah, you yell out, warriors, come out to play. But you don't think anyone hears you. Saudade. Gronk, you're still falling. Pegasus and Keg and Kegasus, you see some orcs sort of exit the building ahead of you. And they see you out here and sort of raise a cry of alarm.
Good.
But you will get to act before most of them.
I charge directly at these two.
Cool. So you charge up the ladder, up the stairs there.
Up the stairs. As I'm yelling up the stairs, I scream out, "Well, you'll only get one shot at this, boys."
One of them, the one in front, who seems to be sort of some sort of sergeant, perhaps, yells, "Wormlord Galland, we have intruders. I will deal with them personally." And he runs to meet you in combat with a big old battle axe.
Love it. Battle axe versus a tankard. Can't wait to kill him.
Cool. As you meet in combat, he is going to land blows, but you get to do yours first here. Uh, 24 will hit. Yep. 12 will not, however. As you sort of race up those stairs, on Kegasus, the clopping of hooves on the planks there. And yeah, so he comes swinging. What has he got? Oh, cool. Yeah, so he comes swinging with his axe here, and he gets 3 swings. None of which it looks like you're gonna hit. Oh!
Oh, damn!
Shit.
On
Natty
the last
20.
last attack there, the natty 20, he does 15 slashing damage to you, Keg.
To me or to Kegasus?
To you. He's called you out. He doesn't care about this. There's nothing of a
Or
horse.
to Kegasus.
Are you going to put Kegasus in front of this blow?
No, I would never hurt Kegasus like that.
Yeah, I would almost think that you'd move you between him and Kegasus. Like you'd kind of put Kegasus almost on the side.
Of course.
To take these
Why would
attacks.
I ever try and hurt Kegasus?
I mean, if you think about it, you'd be wanting to defend the alcohol more, right? So if you could put Kegasus between the alcohol and the attack, I reckon that's right up Keg's alley.
One of the orc. Let's see if he notices you, Saudade, floating around up there.
I'm quite high up. I reckon I'd be blocked by the building.
Well, you'd actually be less blocked by the building being high up.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm only 20 feet up, but that's quite a tall building from what I can see.
You're 20 feet off the roof, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the higher up you are, the probably easier you are to see, especially as there's a big glowing light. It's almost like a second sun in the sky. But this orc is not wise enough to see you. He's going to take a shot at Keg. No chance.
Or Kegasus.
Damn right. Or Kegasus.
And one of the other orcs rushes across the way here to attack you, Keg. He's got a big old broadsword, and he comes with his big, sort of lets out a battle cry, and comes down swinging. Ho 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 ho! Another critical hit, this time for 9 damage, and he gets a second attack as well. And that one's going to be a 22 to hit for 8 damage.
And Kegasus got fucked up in this one.
And we get back to the top of the round as Saudade, you looking down into the inside of this town hall, you can see, even from your vantage point, the roof has sort of partially collapsed. So from the roof you can see that there's a floor inside and then sort of a floor below that, and you can see sort of a large figure moving sort of 2 stories down. You catch the glint of black scales as it moves and sort of moves below you. Let me move this guy.
Now, what was the name that he called out again? Does anyone remember? Like Grimword? Wormword?
Galland.
I'm like, Galland, let's talk. And I say this in my most, whilst don't forget I'm flying up here with a dragon skull on my face. I say, I need to talk to you about your brothers. That was slain.
He looks up at you and says, foolish human. Galland is an orc's name. I am... wait, hold on, I need his name. I am Regiradix, the Worm Keeper. And we're going to end there for this week.
Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah, nice.
Good.
And as I imagine Saudade kind of releases the blast, you also see that this dragon is inhaling its breath to blow up at Saudade as well.
That's all right, boys. I'll be back down in 8 rounds. You'll be fine.
It's gonna be one of those kind of nights.
Yeah. It's fine. Except that now I have no key points, so we're kind of fucked.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That's all right. This is a good place to end it. Like everything. Yeah, and then we can start Star Wars the week after that.
Oh man, I've been thinking about Star Wars lately, and
I
just going
fucking
like,
miss Vex.
I mean, like number one, how much more easier is it to kill people in Star Wars?
You guys kill pretty
Yeah.
easily in this.
Huh?
You guys kill pretty easily in this, right?
Star
Yeah,
Wars
I
doesn't
know,
have
but
dragons.
Star Wars was like, oh yeah, you know, like I shoot that thing because you know how you can make up your own environment around it. There was like, I guess there's like a lot more of that aspect in it. I really miss that side of things.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that time we were like, shut the bloody cruiser's engine, and I got the, you know, what's that special roll called again? Like the movie moment, which we were using incorrectly. I think you said.
Oh, the Triumph. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like it was both a triumph, but it was also like the opposite of a triumph. What was that one called?
Despair.
Yeah, so I had both of those. So it's like I triumphantly took down the thing, but then it also blew up one of the cages and at least a rancor on us. So we testified rancors.
Yeah. That's right.
Stuff like that. I was like, man, that was fucking those moments where we had triumphs, despairs, whilst also being successful and advantages. Oh, I just miss that system sometimes.
Yeah, that is one thing I do miss about that system, a dice pool system where you could fail with advantage or succeed with threat, right? So like,
Yeah.
and you let the dice kind of tell the story. And
Yeah.
I've got some ideas of obviously where I wanted that campaign to go. With obviously like the whole, you know, we won't have Lorik anymore. But you guys had just won. Well, you'd stolen
That's right, 'cause he's not here.
You'd stolen the crystal from the casino or the Bespin City thing. You just left Bespin City, I think, was like where we
just crashed their giant casino ship into Bespin and then took off.
Yeah.
I feel like we were a lot more relaxed. Like we were a lot more or less, I guess, structured on that one. Like there, at times, I felt we were just all over the shop and we didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Well, that was our intro to D&D, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because like, remember at one point we were like, "Oh, do we have any missions?" And we're like, "No, I think we're just smuggling drugs at the moment."
Oh yeah, because I was a fucking drug dealing druid.
Like we had saved the town, we had saved the planet, like we were freedom fighters, and then we set up this like network of drugs, and then we had to pay off. Like all we had to really do was like pay off our bounty. But
yeah,
you'd also killed the
like,
hut.
anyway, like, we got
killed the
point
hut.
where
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
killed
I mean,
the
that
original
follows
hut that was trying to find us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it felt like, you know, like at that point we were kind of like, oh, we had about a few storylines and we weren't experienced enough to kind of stick with one and go with it.
Yeah, actually, no, I don't think you killed the hut that was after you, but you got him You got him like locked up by another hut. So he was under, like, he was essentially
we
captured by Jabba.
Yeah, that was it.
And as long as nothing happens to Jabba, I'm sure he won't be able to come after you.
Oh, canonically, nothing can until he gets choked out.
Yeah,
I do miss the failures with the advantages at the same time, or like the successes, but the disadvantage at the same time. So you know, like you were able to like shoot the person, kill them, but at the same time, you know, like you dropped your potions or you dropped your thing. Like I feel like it was a lot better than sometimes when we roll the dice and we're still trying to, you know, fight for that extra 1 or 2%, like for those advantages.
Yeah. With this,
you know, like,
with D&D,
like
it's
on
very
this one, it seems
binary
like we have to
system.
be very
It's pass or fail.
Yeah, it's like we need to be specific with what we want to do in D&D. Then we roll to see if it happens, and then we can add stuff on depending on how good our roll is, but it still has to be within the realms. Whereas with the other one, it's like, oh, you failed this, but you have a shit ton of advantages. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It was different. It was different.
Yeah. And I think we'll get back to that. I obviously got this story and the Waterdeep story I'm telling with the other side of the group. And I think maybe after these campaigns wrap up, we'll look to going, okay, let's change systems and go back to Star Wars or something.
And then have our Avengers one. Yeah.
Yeah. Or we do
Avengers one.
If we go away for a weekend.
No, like the party comes back together like for our big
recombined.
How good would an Avengers D&D?
Oh, there is one. There's a
no, there's
a superhero one.
Yeah, there's a superhero one. I don't know, but I think it uses the fate system, which is it's just like just d6s. Like you roll 66, and then that tells you whether you got pass or fails or something. But if we can organize a night where we all get together and like actually even midway through these campaigns, so if we get enough people together from both groups, then we could just go, all right, well we make this a Star Wars night and we'll do like a one shot or something, or restart that campaign. Yeah.
I'm playing as Vex again. I don't give a shit. I love that character.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm playing as my guy, Pash.
And was it the Disney stealth girls?
Disney princess stealth girls. I can't remember her name.
I mean, I miss Paul's character, which literally
Twilight
uses
Bounty.
The Twilight Belt.
yeah. Try to use his leckies and got fucking critically slapped.
But I love that it was like a heavy hitter shooting person, and Paul just wanted to talk to everyone and be a psychologist and be a bard.
Yeah, he might have to re-roll a character after
was
that.
like, it's not a great.
No, he wants to be a wizard. All right, good game, boys. It was very fun to play again. Loved the band. Thank you very much, Daniel.
Thank you, Dan.
Classic.
No worries. I'll send out invites either for next week's a short week with Australia Day and stuff, but we'll try and tee something up either next week or the week after.
Easy.
Sounds awesome. F in the chat. Kegg's your favorite character. Good night, Twitch.
Catch you, fellas. Take it easy.
And for those of you still sticking around, especially I just saw Frogs, which contribute some inspiration points to Unleashing the Kraken. Thank you for that. We'll be back on Monday night with the game that has the potential of Krakening up. On Monday with the Tats and Tarasques team. That's Monday nights. We obviously played the Waterdeep Dragon Heist Tuesday, and tonight we played the Red Hand of Doom. If you wanted to catch up on any of these, they are on our YouTube channel. Links in the About page and things like that, or look for Nonfiction Gaming on YouTube. And if you enjoyed what we did tonight, or you had a little bit of fun, please hit follow, maybe lurk in the chat and things like that. Next time we go live, you can accrue those inspiration points, and you can spend them to unleash horrible monsters on the party, or aid them in forms of inspiration. I've been your DM, your DM daddy, and I just want to thank you again for hanging out with us tonight. And the interaction in chat's just been lovely, and everyone's really been sweet. And have an excellent... Rim Twitch TV's putting some stuff towards the Unleash the Kraken as well. So you got a couple of days to max that out. If we can hit the 20k goal of the inspiration points, they are free by Monday. We'll see how that Kraken attack goes on the party with their brand new ship. Hopefully they'll be able to keep it. It would be very terrible if they had to lose it. I've been your DM Daddy. Have a lovely night. Say hi to Kiss your dad goodnight for me, and I'll catch you next time.